Hello everyone, Mike of the Mike Sports Experience here for another NFL game. Not a Seahawks game today, so I put up something else in the background. I know people were probably getting tired of seeing Seahawks. So we got all the NFL teams represented behind me. How about that? What's going on, PBR Street Gang, Ordinary Pete, going for Jets. They've been looking sneaky good. Think they have the last win ever versus Patriots, something like 50-48. Yeah, I seem to kind of remember something about that. That sounds somewhat familiar. But, God, Tom Brady, 41 years old. He is looking phenomenal. 42 years old. He's a year older than I am. He gives me hope. I'm definitely not a Patriots fan. I'd like to see somebody else there, but he gives me hope at 42 years old that someday in the near future, I could get signed by Bellator and fight Frank Mir or Roy Nelson. Just a few more years and Bellator will probably be recruiting Tom Brady. I mean, that might be his next move. I think he's got a few more years. But PBR Street Gang in the house with the donation. Thank you very much, sir. PBR Street Gang has been bringing it with the donations, the Patreon. Greatly appreciated, my friend. Alright, and this pregame and this game brought to you by PBR Street Gang and the Heroes of Super Chat. You guys make this thing go around and keep funding this thing. You guys are freaking awesome. PBR Street Gang especially has been a superstar of the community lately. So, greatly appreciated, sir. What is this new Watchmen that I see advertised on HBO, by the way? I know that's a bit off topic, but it's been on the front. It's been on the front advertisement on my TV, on my smart TV downstairs, on the Fire Kindle. It's been on Roku, I guess. Decent. Is it the same one that they made a movie of like a few years back then, right? Like about 10 years back. Super violent movie that was really, really good. I might have to check it out. There's so much stuff going on right now. Nice. I just got into the Purge, that show from USA. And then Castle Rock starts again this Wednesday, the one in the universe of Stephen King. And it goes through Misery. If you ever watched the movie Misery or read the book, Kathy Bates' character, it's a prequel to that. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm a huge Stephen King fan. But let's talk some football now. Are you ready for some football? And it is not on... Okay. I thought it might actually be on Amazon tonight too. I think they bought the Thursday night games. I hate the hobbling she does on him. Yeah. Oh, that's horrible, man. And that movie, that is crazy. That is a crazy movie. Anybody, if you haven't seen the movie Misery too, And that movie is absolutely nuts. We actually, me and my daughter, young David, wasn't interested yet, but me and my daughter watched that not too long ago, actually for the first time, to get ready for this movie. Oh man, I could just imagine. I remember reading Needful Things. It's, you know, people say that the book's always better. I get to the point now, it's like I don't even want to watch the movies, because it's like I don't think I'd want to watch the movie and then read the book. But like Needful Things, the movie's great, but if you've read the book, I mean, it doesn't stack up at all. Same thing with, I mean, Dark Half. It's not even a half. I mean, that movie just seemed crappy after reading the book.
Really went to day one install of the protections and really just grinded those out and really started to understand.
It's almost like I just expect to be disappointed when I see some coming out and they're interviewing the new quarterback over there in New York. See, I gotta get this headphones hooked into the back here somewhere. Holy crap. Okay. Sorry, guys. I thought I had these hooked up, but I don't want to get screwed over for having a sound blast in this. Well, I might just turn it down then. That's me. I'll just turn it way down. Anyways, what's up, John Dickinson? Oh yeah, the Langoliers. Langoliers is great. Great short story. The miniseries, that was pretty good because they kind of expanded on a short story. But man, Pats and Jets coming up. A lot of people think the Jets have a good chance to be the first team to beat the Pats. And I know it doesn't seem like it on paper. Maybe because you got, the Pats are 6-0, the Jets are 1-4. But I'm buying into it a little bit too. I gotta say, I gotta buy into it a little bit too. They've played the Patriots well in the past. And sorry, I'm messing with stuff in the background here, but I'm just making sure to get all of our graphics and everything good, so people can tell what the hell is going on. Because we are game time in about 4 minutes. So, I hope it's a good game. But yeah, Tom Brady at 41 years old. Maybe, I guess the secret is not eating strawberries, apparently. You guys heard that? He doesn't eat strawberries? That is strange. But, okay. If that does it, I'll stop eating strawberries. I don't think it's going to help me now. Maybe I'm too late. I must be too late. There, we got the Jets over here, and just get the Patriots up. We got scores, and first quarter we are about to drop. Wyatt Matheson's going to be coming in. For those of you guys that know Wyatt, he's going to be coming in and co-hosting with me tonight. So we have two people that know very little about football talking about football. So nervous. I just know I don't need White going off. He's been itching for it. Beating a dude. Man, how come you're always going against people in your pay league that are on my team? Man, I gotta tell you, because I have White on my team going against Wyatt tonight. And Wyatt will be in here. He's got Lavonne Bell. So this should get interesting. For those of you that know, so we made a bet between me, Billy, and Wyatt that the winner gets to pick a song for the loser to sing on karaoke with headphones on, no background music, so they can't hear themselves, and it's going to be horrible. So I can make them sing It's Raining Men, basically make them sing whatever in the world we want. So Wyatt has Lavonne Bell tonight. I'm going head-to-head with him this week. And I have White. So, yeah, it's going back and forth. This could decide who wins between us. And somebody was complaining over on MMA with Friends. Somebody's complaining that they didn't like the song. Said they liked the channel. They don't like the song. So maybe I'll replace it with Billy and Wyatt singing a duet on, after I kick their heinies at fantasy football. No. Not a Pats hater, I'm a Giants fan. Nice. Alright, guys, I am going to try to find... Sorry, the headphone input back here. Real quick, because this is kind of driving me nuts. I promise I'll be right there. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, there is so much stuff on these new TVs, and there is the kickoff. And the Jets return it for about nothing. That Parcells lineage. Bit long, but liked it. Oh, well, thank you, PBR String. Well, I played a couple times, a lot of times, because you notice I always... I always jam myself to the last second, because apparently I'm just going to have to admit to myself I'm not good managing time. And the Patriots are going to run it up to almost the 30-yard line. Here, 14:44. 14:40 now left in the first. C.J. Mosley, this is his first season with the Jets. 4-time Pro Bowl selection. A lot of moving around on a lot of these defenses. 2nd and 4 here for the New England Patriots. If you're looking to watch along, this is on ESPN, and Brady's going to hand the... Is going to hand it off to number 11 for a first down there. Well, I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I've gotten some criticism. Some people just don't like rap, and then some people say the song sucks. So maybe we'll put Billy and Wyatt singing a duet on there for a little while. I'm gonna tell that person that said something about it today. Well, write me a song then, because I'm not a musician. Brady finds Edelman. Edelman with the run, now with the catch. 2nd down, 3:35 left in the first. And that looks like that's going to be about 2nd and 6. Can anyone name a Pats tight end? Good freaking luck with that, John. Edelman is the only name. He's a running back, though, right? Isn't he their second back? They just ran with him. I don't even know, man. They run so many backs. That's the problem. That's the problem with me having a running back with them. Sony Michel, he is up right there. Michel, 3 TDs this season, 359 yards. And then I got White. And Brady fakes the handoff over the middle, and wow. He hit Watson right in the face. Because he couldn't get his hands up to catch. And God, how in the hell did Ben Watson get back in the league? Isn't he about 50? He was with the Patriots forever, so there's a tight end. Signed October 15th. So signed just this week, 38 years old. Second time with the Patriots. He was with them from 2004 to 2009. He's pretty much the only team I remember him being with. So, yep, all right, Brady back. Finds number 16, Jacoby Myers, an undrafted free agent. I mean, they are really putting together a shoestring team as far as receivers and tight ends for Tom Brady. At 42 years old, Sony is in. Ordinary. At 42 years old, you'd think that they would at least get him some good receivers to pass to. And I mean, he's just going to have to make them good receivers. You've seen Russell Wilson over there. Again, Tyler Lockett was not a talented. And there it is. Number 16, Myers. Jacoby Myers. The undrafted free agent. How about that? We got an undrafted free agent, a 42-year-old quarterback, passing to a once-retired 38-year-old tight end. Brady Magic. I'm not a big Brady fan. I have to even admit at this point, he's probably the best to ever do it. We got Dorsett in there, also at wide receiver, Edelman, and then 2 tight ends. And Steve, wow, another run, a loss right there. And I still haven't seen my man White come in. This is not looking good. Wow. Yeah, now 2nd and 12 here for Brady and the Patriots. And Brady will snap. White is in now. But he gives it to Bolden. How many running backs do the Patriots have? And do they have like 12 running backs? And Tom Brady, 24 passes in 2.5 seconds or less. 17 passes in 2 seconds or less fastest this season. So the oldest quarterback has been the fastest to throw this season. That's crazy. All right, don't ruin it for me, John Dickinson. And Brady finds number 11, Edelman, and a few more yards. I try to get everybody synced up. Thank you, Ordinary Pete. So, I like being behind people. I had some problems before. I was ahead of everybody when I was on Amazon when they did the Thursday night game. And people tuned out because I was ruining it for them. I was literally calling it ahead of them, and I didn't realize that until later. But if I'm behind, I know I'm not ruining it for anybody. And you guys can pause it. If I'm ahead, it's kind of hard to do anything. Brady hands it off to Sony Michel, and that's going to be a loss on the down. And, well, right back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. 9-10. So they've, so here you go. They have ran it down to the 33-yard line of the Jets. They've ran up over 6 minutes on the clock, and they've done very little impressive. They're just grinding. And Brady back, finds number 28 White there, and that's just about 4 yards maybe. And that's going to make a long 3rd down here. 8:40 left in the first. Oh, thank you, John. I'll let you know here in a minute. James White, 235 receptions this season. 16 receiving TDs, or that's since 2016, excuse me. 8-22, 21, 20, 8-19, 8-18. 3rd and 5 for the New England Patriots. Brady back. And finds Ben Watson, number 84, to the 10-yard line. I think the strategy for the Patriots is like one team, they'll pay $20 million for a quarterback, or for a running back, excuse me. It seems like the Patriots will just get 5 running backs at $1 million apiece and just run them all at different times all over the frickin' place. Yeah, Saints could have used them more, especially with Breeze and Brady. Gets it inside the 5-yard line, number 11 Edelman. And yeah, really no names, no big recognizable names on this Patriots offense, just old school smash mouth football. 2nd and 4. And I mean, Brady will just continue to pass, but it's just little chunks. 4 yards here, 5 yards here, but it's just enough to get a first down, keep the ball, run the clock out. And Bolden's going to run it. He gets upended about the 3-yard line. And look at that. We're down to 6:45 left in the first. And just like that, the Patriots have chewed up almost 10 minutes of clock. What's going on, 7? I'm doing good, man. How are you? Hopefully you can follow along to this on ESPN. Guys think the Jets have a chance? I don't know, man. It's hard to tell. 3rd and 2. Brady with the ball here. A lot of people are saying they think that they do, but the Patriots, they don't do anything really great. They just do a lot of things good. And just right there, they hand it off to Michel, and Ben Watson blocks for him. 3-yard touchdown run for the Patriots. But nothing greatly impressive. Just good blocking and a 3-yard run, and that's a touchdown. But one thing the Patriots have had this year that is impressive that they haven't had for a long time is that defense. That defense has created some good plays this year. So nobody runs plays more efficiently than the Pats for sure. Dean, what's up? Dean in the house. How's it going? Fundamental football execution. All right. What you been up to, Dean? All right, and commercials, and let's throw some trivia out there. Let's throw some football trivia. And 3, 2, 1. I wonder if Billy's in here, Pete, because Pete, you won yesterday. You beat Billy on the football. I forgot to say the final score, but you won by a significant amount. Good job, Pete. I didn't even get to read the message, but I'm sure it was deletable. All right. First trivia question. In this football movie, Al Pacino played a NFL coach with questionable ethics. What football movie did Al Pacino play an NFL head coach with questionable ethics? Ordinary Pete, you are correct. Any Given Sunday. Great movie, but isn't anything with Al Pacino in it a great movie? I just watched, I hadn't seen it in forever, and then I seen it was on, I was like, man, is that online? I know I've bought the DVD before, but God knows where it is. I mean, how many of you guys have bought DVDs, and then we have no idea where the hell they are anymore? We watch everything on streaming. So I found it on Stars, but I watched Scarface, and I hadn't watched it in a long time. You watch it on these new HD TVs and stuff. I got a 4K TV, and you can see so much detail that you missed in the original ones. What? Al Pacino and Adam Sandler? What in the world movies? Oh, was that Jack and Jill? I seen the previews for that, and I pretty much watch every Adam Sandler movie, and even I could tell from the preview, I was like, man, this is not going to work. And Jets with the kickoff return. Number 88, Montgomery, gets it to the 32-yard line. We'll see what the flag's all about, though. And they're starting to really put the names of these referees front and center. Illegal chop block on the receiving team. That's going to be a flag. Oh, yeah, I seen the preview for that, Pete, and it just looked absolutely horrible. Wow, Patriots have only allowed 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown, 14 interceptions. I will tell you, a lot of the reason people give a lot of people give the Jets credit, though, is the Patriots. They played horrible teams this year. The first 3 teams that they play did not have a win in the first 3 weeks. And nothing going there. The Jets run it for maybe a yard. It's going to be about 2nd and 9 here from the 10-yard line. Pat's backers are going to eat the Jets for lunch. This is John. Oh, man. Putting the refs' names. Well, the league needs to make it more clear. They told them they want to protect the players more. I don't know how much of the issue is with the referees. It's not like they're making millions of dollars. Commissioner is. Intercepted! Horrible pass! Wow. Wow, McCourty, that is his 5th interception this season. 15 for the Patriots. This defense is absolutely dominant. What's up, Wyatt? See, Wyatt can come in and help entertain, since I barely know what the hell's going on here. Poor QB saw his job. Well, I don't know if he's going to go bye-bye. Sam Darnold. I don't know if it's going to go bye-bye from just that against the Patriots, because that was not a good pass. That was horrible. And Devin McCourty, he leads the NFL in interceptions with 5, and the Patriots are going to take it with very good field position. 12-yard line. Brady finds Edelman, and that's going to be a loss of 2. So 2nd and 12. Yeah, Wyatt's going to come in and commentate with me. Snap to pass, 1.28 seconds there for Brady. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, tough night. Oh, it's going to be a very tough night. These Patriots, they like to sack, they like to intercept, they create fumbles, they score touchdowns. This is, man, it's crazy. And Brady, hands off once again there to White. And that's my running back. And he's going to miss a little bit. He's going to, that's going to be a loss for him. What's up, Wyatt? I can't hear you. Wyatt? I'm not hearing any audio. Oh. Well, let me see if it's on. No, we heard audio on my side. Let's try it again. Let me call you real quick here. I'm going to call you back. It's been fine with Billy. So we'll see. What's up, Wyatt? I have no sound on you, Wyatt. And a field goal up for the Patriots, 34-yard attempt, and that is going to be 10-0, Patriots. Wow. Oh, no problem. Chicken Nugent with the field goal. Ordinary Pete. Yeah, 10-0. That was off to a quick damn start. And now the Patriots can run, and hopefully White can get some yards for me. I don't know how much Lavonne Bell's going to be getting the ball tonight, White, at this point. All right, 9 people watching. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I have a feeling I'm going to have to come up with a lot of trivia questions tonight. So, all right, everybody, refresh your browsers. Let's throw out another trivia question. And 3, 2, 1. This football movie, I had Kathy Bates playing an overbearing mother. This football movie had Kathy Bates playing an overbearing mother. I don't think she was in Rudy. And Billy Hughes, what is up, Billy Hughes? Yes, it was Waterboy. I figured if I said Adam Sandler that would give it away for sure. Billy in the house. Pete's already got one on you. All right, while we're here, while we're refreshed, let's throw another one out there. This man could be credited with making the current era of the NFL.
All right, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
There we go.
I can hear you just like the Verizon commercial.
Beautiful. So this ain't going so hot, huh? 10-0 already?
Not so far. Wow, that is crazy. Did you see any stats on this Patriots defense?
I haven't. No, I just turned it on.
Dude, 16 interceptions this year already through 6 games. They have one guy that's already got 5 interceptions.
Crazy. Yeah, they're unbelievable. I mean, obviously I've been looking at the fantasy football stuff, and from a fantasy perspective, they're like a wide receiver 1 kind of thing. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, Tom Brady, I might not be the biggest fan, but I mean, he gives me hope at 42 years old. He's got the fastest snap in the NFL. Shortest time with the ball in hand.
And the fastest 40 time. Don't forget that.
Does he really?
No. He's like 5.5 second 40.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got to be pretty slow on the 40 time.
Yeah.
Uh,
How old are you now? 40?
Bill
Is
is
that
his
right?
wife. So I'm 41. Brady's a year older. Bill Brady's 42.
Damn.
All right.
Craziness.
All right. Let me know how that is, Billy. I turned your audio down just a little bit. They said it was a little
Pretty
high.
loud.
So
Has
yeah.
Le'Veon Bell done anything yet? Or just kind of nothing at all?
No, they really haven't had the ball much. First drive for the Patriots, they held the ball for like 10 minutes on their touchdown score, and then like second play for the Jets, Darnold throwing interception.
Yeah, that's no good. They did look good last week from what I hear. I didn't actually see the game, but they were playing Dallas and they won. So that was cool to hear about, I guess not see, but it's not looking too good starting this one off.
Yeah, Darnold back. Oh, he hit him right on the hands. Number 18, Thomas, you gotta catch those. Seems like there's been a lot of receivers that have just dropped balls right on their hands this year, a lot more than usual.
Yeah, I was watching the Giants-Cardinals game yesterday, and all the Giants receivers were just barehanded. They didn't have gloves because apparently they didn't have the right kind of gloves for the rain. So they were just dropping balls all over the place.
Oh, wow. I don't understand how all these professional athletes can have this dysfunctional equipment when you have so many millions of dollars on the line. It's bad enough in MMA, when guys have bad cups or bad mouthpieces.
Well, and there's so much money in the NFL, you wouldn't think it'd be a problem. And I'm sure it's not a money problem. It's strange they don't have the stuff.
Yeah, and Jets not able to convert on thirds. It's going to be 4th and 5 and 3 and out. Darnold, this is not a good start to his night.
What are you watching the game on, Mike?
I'm watching it on ESPN on Sling though. Where are you at on your time? I'm at 2:42, 41, 40.
I'm at a commercial break now.
Seems
I'm
like
definitely ahead of
everybody's
you.
ahead of me.
Yeah. Sling ain't slinging that fast, apparently.
Well, I figure I'm okay with being a little behind if people want to sync up, because if I'm ahead, there's not really anything they can do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened when I was on Amazon before and I couldn't pause it. I'm going to try the ESPN app though, which is maybe where I should have went to begin with, and see if it's a little quicker.
Well, I actually have this one on TV, so I'm perfectly live. So I'll pause it once the commercial's over, and then we'll sync up from there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't afford cable TV.
I can't either. I'm with my mom right now, so she's got it. Haven't had it for years. It's kind of a nice luxury, but I don't really use it at all other than football, which I watch, once a week, if that?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I used to not even watch it once a week there for a while, but now I'm finding myself watching quite a bit more.
I mean, I'm only watching because of the fantasy league, I'll be perfectly honest. I haven't been following at all. I'll watch like the playoffs if the Hawks are doing well. Other than that, not at all.
Yeah, the fantasy makes it fun though, especially when you know people in the league. And somebody was complaining about the Fights with Friends theme song, saying that they didn't like it. So I think whoever ends up losing has to sing. Maybe I'll make that the new intro song.
Sounds good to me. What's there's a current theme song, or are you making that up?
No, for the MMA with Friends, the rap song that plays at the beginning of it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You haven't heard? Oh, it's at the beginning. It's like a 5-minute song. I had a guy write.
Is it like at the beginning of your streams?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be terrible. People might just log off your stream if they have to hear our terrible voices before they can even watch.
This is true. This is true. Well, they complained about the other one. I was like, they don't want to hear me sing. They'll be begging for that song back.
For sure.
I actually hired an actual rapper to write a song for it.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, nobody you'd know. His name's Hossa Flames. I'd never heard of him before.
That's still pretty cool.
Yeah. I thought he was pretty good.
Okay, I'm paused here at 2:25.
All right. I don't want to be a hater, but his rhymes in the theme song are weak. You got ripped off, Billy. Well, I gave him $50 to write a song, Billy. I mean, I didn't expect a whole lot. I'm not rich, man.
Damn, you have a theme song? That's so crazy.
And I
I've
even
never
put
heard it.
Billy's ripping on it, and I even put Billy's in the song.
Really?
All right, I'm at 229,
Okay,
27,
let me know when you're at
26, so we're
225.
close. Oh, wow, and he caught that. And it's just a bunch of no-name, undrafted, and formerly retired receivers and tight ends for the Patriots. It's crazy.
It doesn't even matter, though.
Look at that throw. That's amazing.
All right, what are you at right now? 205?
209, 08.
Okay.
And Julian Edelman, that's one of the only receivers that you even recognize. Great pass there. And it's just like, I mean, Belichick, he'll pull you out. I guess they were talking the other day. It's like somebody drops a pass, he'll pull them out for 2 or 3 plays, and they know it.
Yeah, Edelman's damn good. He's so good at actually catching the ball, especially in traffic.
Yeah, he's taken a lot of hits. That one incomplete to Ben Watson. Ben Watson, he was with the Patriots from 2004 to 2009. He had actually retired. They pulled him out of retirement. He
2004. Good Lord.
Yeah, he just came back this week. And he's already gotten like 4 catches for him.
Damn. They're like, for fantasy football, they're such a hard team to ever know like who's going to do what, because it's different every single game.
Yeah, for sure. Brady over the top and incomplete there. And like I have one of their running backs, they have like 5 running backs.
Yeah. Yeah. Has he done anything this game? You have James White, don't you?
Yeah, he's gotten like he's got, I think, a reception and like maybe 8 yards.
It won't even matter. I need like 50 points here to do anything, so it's over.
Not much. Yeah, I might be moving to 5-2 then.
Oh, you are. No doubt about it.
So I started out at 3-2. I was thinking this is not going so well, but
Oh, man. So we got Lavonne Bell and David Johnson. Both have 0.2 points. Brilliant.
and there it is to Ben Watson again, a first down. 42-year-old quarterback throwing to the 38-year-old retired tight end as of a week ago.
Jeez, man. See, but they had, do you remember Demaryius Thomas, the receiver for the Denver Broncos? I'm sure Billy knows him.
Yeah.
He was on the Patriots for like a week, and then they cut him, I think. Or maybe he's still on there, but he doesn't play at all or something. It's just like where the receivers go to die. That's what it seems like. If they can't do well with New England, they can't do well anywhere.
Yeah, what the hell is going on with Antonio Brown? I mean, he was, in Oakland for a minute, then he was in New England for a minute. I think that guy's got some serious CTE or something.
He's like McGregor. We don't care.
well, somebody was actually talking about a case for him having CTE, though, because they said early in his career, I don't remember a whole lot. I guess they said he was real quiet, real reserved, and just kind of did his job. And then all of a sudden, he was just like super erratic.
Maybe then. You gotta wonder though. Like there's guys like Gronkowski who I'm not saying are sane necessarily, but they're doing okay. And like he's been an analyst for ESPN or whatever it may be.
Brady over the top.
Touchdown.
Are you kidding me?
Who the hell's that guy?
What a catch, man. Dorsett.
Oh, Dorsett. Okay.
Philip Dorsett, 26-yard touchdown reception. Robert Kraft.
It's like they're playing a high school team.
Yeah, this is first quarter. This is nuts. Yeah, this is the first time I've actually watched the Patriots play because people are like, oh, this might be, they might already win the Super Bowl. They might be the first undefeated team. I'm like, calm down. I'm like, they got a 42-year-old quarterback and a bunch of offensive players that you can't even name, but apparently it doesn't matter.
I mean, so much of it has to be coaching because they don't have the greatest players. There's other teams where, okay, I don't know football well enough to really give a definitive answer, but I feel like they have better players than the Patriots. The Patriots just have better coaching and the chemistry with Brady and Edelman and Brady and Belichick, and just the whole thing works.
Well, I was kind of thinking about it, and it's like you're working with that salary cap, and say you get a guy like Lavonne Bell, you're looking at probably $20 million a year. I don't know what he's
Right.
making, but it's probably around $20 million a year. Patriots to go sign 5 running backs at $1 million apiece, save $15 million, and just throw these guys in all over the place, receiving, running. I mean, they ran Ben Watson earlier. They'll run their receivers all the time.
And like Edelman throws the ball a lot. Edelman
Yeah.
used to be a quarterback, so they find a way. They make it work. Different strategy than every other team, but it seems to work better.
Yeah, I've noticed the Seahawks doing a little bit more of that, a little bit of like trick plays and stuff more this year, but not the unpredictability of the Patriots.
That's probably because the Rams have just murdered them with all these trick plays over the years, and they're tired of losing. Had enough.
Oh man, back in the day with Kurt Warner and Isaac Bruce, and God, who was the running back that did everything? Marshall Faulk.
Right.
Yeah, that team was fun to watch though.
Well, even recently, the Rams have just destroyed the Seahawks with trick plays. Like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I remember watching. It's just like, they're so much better than the Rams, but they can't beat them to save their life.
Oh, we always play the Rams bad, yeah. But the Niners are running away with our division this year. Niners are
Yeah,
really
that's a weird one. I mean, again, I don't know the league that well, but I wouldn't have ever guessed that they'd be that good with all the guys they've lost since I used to watch back in like 2015.
Yeah. Now it seems like there's just been a lot of guys that have moved around this year, and then it seemed like a really good year for the draft. But one of the receivers for the Patriots, it's already caught like a couple passes. They just picked him up, undrafted free agent. They just like pulled him off the street.
Well, they could probably use us, and we'd be okay.
I'll take $1 million.
Same. Little CTE, I don't mind.
Phil, if you guys know any. Oh yeah, did you see Billy's thing about the fantasy basketball league? Need 10
I
players?
did. Okay, so something with me, I'm not like into doing stuff like that unless I'm all in, because I don't know, just my personality is just, I gotta like go full out. Not that that's really working this time around, but I'm just not that interested in the NBA. Basketball is a sport which I've played more than anything else, and I really enjoy playing the game, but I can't really watch it for whatever reason. March Madness, down for that, but
that's what I've always watched. I haven't watched the NBA in years, but I'm gonna try it this year. Well, it kind of sucks since we haven't had a team here in Seattle for 10 years. That's made it tough for me. But
hey, that's more recently than the Vancouver Grizzlies. We haven't had a team in 10,000 years.
Oh yeah, because how far are you from Toronto?
Toronto, oh God, a long
That
ways
shows you
away.
how much I know. And I'm just gonna like throw out a Providence, like if the Seahawks aren't here, I should just go for the Blazers, right, or the Sacramento Kings.
Well, so think about it. Like it's like if you had to go to Boston. That's how far Toronto is for me.
Really?
It's like the exact other end of the country. So yeah, if you want to take a quick trip and watch the Celtics game, go for it.
I'm trying to remember where you're on. You're
Vancouver
close.
Island. So Victoria. I'm right beside you.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. See, I have 2 friends that I talked to. Another friend in Canada that's over closer to Toronto, and he's like, I'm a long ways away. So I think I got those mixed up.
Right.
So,
and I was on the outskirts of Toronto for a while, just over a year ago. So I know that area a little bit as well.
Oh, maybe that was at the time too, because I know Jason Azevedo's over there too.
Right. You're dismissed, Wyatt. Go eat some poutine. I should do that. That sounds good.
Got some just laying around, right?
Oh, all of us Canadians do. It's just littered throughout all the houses. You walk in, it always smells like poutine. Cheese curds all over the ground.
Pats don't usually just pound the run with a lead. They run it up, John. Damn. I wonder what I should have checked it before on DraftKings. I wonder what the spread was on this.
It was the Patriots are 10-point favorites.
Well, it probably would have been good to take that then. Oh, there's a run. Here's Bell's running. Oh, there you go, all the way to past the 50-yard line. Lavonne
Holy
Bell.
crap. Yeah, it's still going. Well, he's going on my screen.
19 yards. I got 14:42 left in the second.
Okay.
I feel like I leak time on this streaming. Like I'll be synced up with somebody, and then I'll be behind like 5 seconds.
Let me know when they hike the ball in the next play.
Okay. All right. I'm at 14:20.
Holy
19,
shit. You're going to want to watch the next play, too.
15. Yeah, it hiked right now.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Are you kidding me? A sack and a fumble recovered for the Patriots, and they're running it.
Keep watching.
To the 20. To the 10. Oh, Jesus.
So much for Sam Darnold.
Wow.
I thought he was going to be pretty good. Apparently not.
Wow. Patriots. Who has the Patriots defense, by the way?
That dude, I think, who's destroying everybody. There's one
like
guy in our league
points.
that's like up by like 200 points overall.
Oh, yeah. The guy that destroyed me the first week, I think, by about 50.
Yeah. Timmerman, I think. Something like that.
Oh, yeah. Adam Timmerman.
Do you know him? How many of the people in this league do you actually know?
Oh, I just seen that name. I think I've seen him in the chat, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
He used a different name or something. Everybody that I invited was either from the channel or it's friends of somebody with the channel. I didn't invite anybody else.
Yeah. I'm just wondering like how many you can actually like connect. Because like for example, Team, I think it's pronounced Killian or something like that. He's Haterade. So like I know who that is. Obviously I know who Billy is. I know who you are. My cousin is the West Side team.
Yeah, I see.
But there's a few more.
I think I know most of them.
But there's some weird ones like Alberto Munez or whatever that is. Apparently that's Richard Christian.
Oh, Robert
who was the guy who I've seen in the chat.
Okay, that's right. I knew who that was, but then I couldn't remember because they had told me, and then I forgot again because I'm old. But
yeah, it happens.
At least Pat's offense will be off the field, says Pete. Oh, he's got White in his pay league.
Oh.
Or no, the guy he's going against has White. I'm sorry. Pat's backers are going to steal Arnold's lunch money. Jesus.
I feel a comeback's coming.
I mean, yeah, this is a beatdown.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to know what the odds are like now.
Yeah,
like
you could
for
look.
the Jets to win. You could probably get like 12-1. I'm going to see if it'll actually give me odds. Oh, hey. Yeah, Team Timmerman's still undefeated, 6-0. Adam Timmerman, Jesus. And
Is he the only one left undefeated? I'm just going to look now.
Yeah, Pete's Hurts Donuts. And Alberto Munez. Oh, yeah, he's 2-4. UFC Game Bread, Hector Gutierrez.
Yeah, that's the guy who beat you down. Timmerman beat me. He was the first week, I remember. But if you look at points for, like I'm looking at mine, I've got 632 points scored for my team.
Yeah,
you have 759. This guy has 932.
I think that's way back. I think that was the Gutierrez brothers, the guys in California Cage Wars that I had interviewed on the show. This is a long time ago.
That's who this guy is?
Yeah, he fights for California Cage Wars. He's
okay.
a MMA fighter and a professional boxer. And apparently a fantasy MMA nerd because he's kicking our asses.
Apparently.
Yeah, I'm sure now because I just looked that up. It was the Gutierrez brothers. They're fighting brothers that do MMA and boxing.
And wait, what's the last name? Sorry, say it one more time. Gutierrez? Okay, so that's the UFC Game Bread guy.
Yeah.
That's Hector Gutierrez. Okay.
Yeah.
Still don't know who this Adam Timmerman is because he knows more than any of us, except maybe Billy. Billy's probably just not paying enough attention because I think Billy knows more sports trivia than anybody else on the planet.
Oh, I heard from Theron yesterday, Billy. He posted a video, I think, yesterday on the Facebook.
Yeah, isn't Theron the guy who posts stuff on the Facebook group with like leaves and stuff?
Yeah, those are hilarious.
Thinking outside the box.
Another first down here. White getting some yards here. Wait, how the hell did the Patriots get the ball again already?
I'm very confused. I don't know. Wait, what? I don't. Wait, that doesn't even make any sense.
There was another fumble? Oh, they must have called they called the touchdown back. No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Dude, like, I blinked. I swear I blinked and they got the ball again.
Yeah, somebody's got to explain what just happened. I'm very confused.
Dude, I swear it was like I didn't miss anything. It must
Did they not score? Did it not count? Maybe it didn't
Well,
count.
it's 17-0.
But weren't they up more than that?
No,
Wouldn't it have been?
I think they were up 10-0 before that. Even John saying, how did that happen? I have no idea. I think maybe it happened at the commercial break. Took the TD back, said he was... Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought so, because otherwise I thought they'd have 24
they were
points.
Up by, all right, that makes more sense then.
It
I was starting
scored
to think
so many damn times you can't even tell the difference.
Yeah, I was starting to think that, but I was like, I think they only had 10. But I guess I was wrong.
Well, there we go. Another completion.
Brady, yep, inside of the 10-yard line to number 16, Myers, the undrafted. That's that undrafted wide receiver.
Okay.
Just like found this guy on the street. If you can catch a football, you can play wide receiver for the New England Patriots.
I don't think you need to be able to catch. I think he'll just like throw it and it'll stick into your helmet, right into the face mask. You'll be good.
Apparently, I'd like to see what kind of gloves they wear. You know they got some kind of secret gloves they're not telling anybody.
Well, I think that's the whole thing. That's why the Giants couldn't do anything.
Oh, yeah, that's ridiculous to not have proper gloves.
Is that your dude who just scored?
Yep, there it is. There's a flag on the play, though.
That doesn't even matter at this point. Lavonne Bell's got about 5 touchdowns.
Probably be okay adding 22 more. So. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this is not... I gotta say, at least so far, it's kind of entertaining just watching how bad the Patriots are kicking their ass.
I'm honestly very surprised. I didn't like out of the teams that were haven't won yet. I thought the Jets were the best out of them, but obviously not good enough. Because I feel like if, for example, like the Dolphins or the Redskins played the Patriots, I think they'd lose worse.
Yeah, they've had a real weak schedule. They played the Redskins. They're in a real weak division. That's why, I was like, I'm not really quite sure how good the Patriots are, but apparently they're pretty good.
Because the Patriots played the Dolphins, and they were like a 30-point favorite.
Yeah, they played the Dolphins and the Redskins, the 2 worst teams in the league.
But they beat the Dolphins by like 44 points. 44-0.
Yeah.
Such a joke.
And there's White again. They had to take the touchdown back, but to the 3-yard line, second goal. Yeah, those are cool colors. I like them too.
I'm honestly not a fan of the Patriots jerseys. They don't look that good to me.
They seem like they could pop a little more. Like they could be a little brighter.
Well, and the 2 stripes on the pants make them look like freaking sweatpants.
Oh yeah, I don't like the pants either. But and to Watson, but he doesn't get much there. Back to about just in front of the line of scrimmage, 3rd and goal.
Billy says the Dolphins and the Bengals are the last 2 winless teams.
Man,
well, they do suck.
Horrible.
But the Redskins should be winless as well. It's just that they've played the Dolphins. Because that game was almost a draw anyway. 16-17. Like, you should both just get a loss for that just to keep the trend.
Look at
that. Keep it
18 for 18 in the red zone. 5 touchdowns when time to throw is under 1 second. Yeah,
Good Lord.
And a flag on the play. He doesn't get a complete pass. Of course, there's a flag on it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, how could he not find his receiver?
Throw the flag. There we go.
But, I mean, like I say, as much as I want Tom Brady to retire, I really don't want my team going against him, especially after, that Seahawks game we won't talk too much about. But I got to say, he's probably the greatest quarterback to ever play.
From what I know, I agree.
And, well, I mean, obviously, like we said, I'm quite a bit older than you. I remember the first Super Bowl I remember watching was in '89 because I was 11 years old, and it was the Niners against the Broncos, 55-10, and that was Joe Montana. I thought he was the greatest then. I think Brady's better.
Well, that's the only other name that's really in the conversation, right? Because, I mean, when you talk about the greatest of all time, there's a few different pieces to it. It's not just who's the best. Because if you look at who's the best, if they haven't won a Super Bowl, then they don't really seem to be in the conversation. So it seems to be a combination of how good you are, how long you can stay good, and how successful you were. So if you go by that, nobody's been more successful than Tom Brady. I don't know much about Joe Montana, but like I would say there's guys who are better than Tom Brady. Like I would say like Aaron Rodgers is probably better.
Yeah, he was traded. Montana was traded. I'd say it was either 37 or 38, right around there, to the Chiefs because he was mad when Steve Young. He was actually really upset about Steve Young getting playing time after he'd been injured.
Right. Because Steve Young's got to be top 10 of all time, too, isn't he? He's a very well-known name, at least.
Oh, Steve Young? Yeah, I would say Steve Young's definitely top 10.
Yeah.
That's not a bad list, Billy. But I like Favre. Yeah, I like Favre in there somewhere. Oh, you don't... Oh, you have Elway as 5? Yeah, that's a pretty fair list. Maybe Favre at 6. And there's the touchdown, third and goal.
This is a stupid game.
As if there was any doubt. Sony Mikel gets it in. 1 yard touchdown run. I got to say, I kind of want to watch just to see how much they can run it up. Because that defense was kind of entertaining.
Aren't the Jets supposed to have a good defense? Isn't that supposed to be like their best asset? They're supposed to be pretty good defensively.
I honestly don't know. I know I knew they were 1-4, and I thought they sucked. People were saying they had a chance, but they were wrong.
Well, I was hoping they'd have a chance.
Yeah. No, speaking of best ever, I mean, I'd have to put Broadway Joe in there, Joe Namath, and like I said, Brett Favre, but Troy Aikman. I mean, he had I think 4 or 5 Super Bowls, 4 Super Bowls for the Cowboys. And Terry Bradshaw was the first guy to get 4 Super Bowls.
Okay. He was Steelers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a stupid memory for like everything that happened in sports before the year 2000.
Interesting. I have a really good memory for like physical statistics, like how tall guys are, how much they weigh, how well they do in combines, all that kind of stuff. But I can't even remember like who wins a game the day before.
Yeah, it's the name thing. I don't think anybody's good at names. except for CEOs. That's how you become a CEO. You're like the one person that remembers everybody's name.
Yeah, I suck with names. It's freaking hard to remember people's names. Like you talk to them like one time, you say the name at the start of the conversation, and then you never hear it again.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for you, Mike. It's also for everybody in the chat, so let me know. Currently, who do you think's the best offensive and defensive player in the NFL? If you had to pick. So 2 people, one who's offensive, one who's defensive. This isn't about who's the GOAT or anything like that. This is who's the best right now.
I can't remember the guy's name, but I'd probably say that guy with the Patriots for defense that has 5 interceptions so far.
Right. I can't remember his freaking name either.
The only guy anybody knows on the Patriots is Brady. It's like you can remember Edelman and White and a few guys here and there, but oh, there you go. Billy breaks it down all the way. I think that's pretty good, Billy. I think you definitely got the top 10. I think that's the only guys that I've named is that we've all named as the top 10. So
Yeah, I'm with Billy and Aaron Donald being the best defensive player. I'm trying to think of who I think is the best offensive player right now. I can't believe I can't remember the damn. He's a cornerback you're talking about, right? On the Patriots, who's played for them for a long time, but I can't remember his freaking
I
name.
can't think of Deshaun Watson. Is that it? John Dickinson says Deshaun Watson. I don't know.
No, he's the quarterback for the Texans.
Who's the freaking quarterback for the Ravens? Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
That guy's going to be crazy good. 22 years old. I wouldn't say he's the best offensive player yet, but I mean, I thought, Russell Wilson was rated as the number 1 quarterback, and he outplayed him thoroughly.
I almost think that Saquon Barkley's the best offensive player in the league. Like, I have a hard time not saying that. Just like you see what that guy can do, it's just ridiculous.
He is very good. Well, the other guy I would say besides Saquon Barkley can't stay in the league.
Who's that?
The guy you didn't want to talk about, Antonio Brown.
Oh, no, he's not up there. I think Julio Jones is way better than Antonio Brown. Personally.
Yeah, I don't know. Julio Jones is really good.
Because Julio Jones doesn't even have a quarterback. I think personally, I don't think Matt Ryan's that good. He's just you throw the ball within 20 yards of him and he just goes and gets it.
There's Lavonne Bell for about 5 yards there.
He needs to pick up the pace here, buddy boy. He's got some touchdowns rolling. We need him in on defense too, and him to get some interceptions. That'd help. Pick 6, couple of those. Be back in it.
Who's got the Jets still? Well,
yeah, I don't
Ordinary
know.
Pete, give us your list then. You don't like our list? Give us your list. All right, back. Darnold. Wow, and what a defensive play there.
McCourty. That's the dude we were trying to think of.
Number 27, Jackson. There's a flag on the play, though.
What is it, Devin McCourty? Something like that? I think he has a brother who's in the league, too. The cornerback you were trying to remember earlier.
Oh, yeah. Holding on the defense. So that ruins the... and that's the same guy that got the tip. Number 27, J.C. Jackson. That explains why he... see, the receiver pushed on him first, but then he grabs the jersey. Yeah, you're definitely going to get caught there. What's up, Boxing MMA 365? I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing?
So, Billy, is it Devin or Jason McCourty who plays for the Patriots? If they're twins, I'm not going to be able to tell the damn difference.
And just about a yard there for Barrios. Not much going on. I mean, I'm beginning to see what people are talking about. I know the Jets are 1-4, but people are like, oh, they're going to walk through to the Super Bowl. They look pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Devin. Okay. All right, let's throw out a trivia question because I'll just yell in between when the Patriots score a touchdown. I do realize the Jets have the ball, but and there's almost an interception. Flag on the play. All right, this former defensive tackle for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Hall of Famer, wore number 99.
I actually know who that is.
They actually talked about him doing a judge show. I don't think that ended up happening. But I'm doing good, man. Boxing MMA. And Billy Hughes. I figured he'd get that one quickly.
Warren Sapp. Yep.
That was fairly easy. You guys are good, though. All right, Billy's got 2. Pete's got 1. Ordinary Pete beat Billy yesterday. It's the first time he's been beaten trivia for a while. I think he was a little upset about it.
Probably. I feel like he's a competitive guy.
Hand off to Bell. Gets it to within about 2 yards. And, well, like you were saying about the fantasy basketball, I'm like that, too. It's like if I decide to do something, then I'm going to be upset if I don't win.
Right. Like me with this 2-5 fantasy football team. Drives me mad.
Warren Sapp, only player I knew. Yep. I knew that team pretty well. I was kind of the only secondary team I've ever had was that 90s Buccaneers team because they're pretty fun to watch. Derek Brooks and Warren Sapp and Booger McFarlane.
Right.
And
just looking at the fantasy pool right now, Billy's going to lose too. So that means that I'm not completely out of this. But Mike, you're kind of running away with it because you'll be 5-2. I'll be 2-5, and Billy will be 3-4.
Well, we're not even halfway through the season, but I get a majority. If you look, or I get a large number of my points off of 2 players. So if Russell Wilson or Saquon Barkley are out,
right. You also have that receiver though, the guy on Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty well. That was. I mean, I didn't expect him to do that good. I expect them to do well, obviously, because I drafted him. And look at their Billy's making excuses now, Pete. All right, let's throw an MMA question out there. Everybody refresh your browsers, and 3, 2, 1. This current contender was an Ultimate Fighter winner in Season 5. This current UFC contender, he has a fight coming up. He was the Ultimate Fighter season winner on Season 5.
Don't know that one.
Billy Hughes, you are correct. Nate Diaz. I think Tony was Season 6. I can't remember which Tony was in. But, all right, Jets with the ball, 2nd and 10. I just want to see if they score before the half now.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's like, what were the odds on that? And that
just
might be
away.
holding on the offense there, though. They almost get a... I think they might have let him get away with that. The offensive line, he was holding onto some jersey there. But a lot of people say you could call offensive holding on every single play.
Well, yeah, exactly. I feel like reffing a football game is the most subjective thing you could possibly ref because you could easily call a penalty on every single play. That's just how it's played. Because especially, for example, like interference with the receiver, what the hell is it called? Pass interference. Like that happens on every play because otherwise you can't like stay with the guy.
What's up, comedic genius? And we should throw some basketball out there. Think of some basketball. This player was the all-time assist leader in the NBA. He's a member of the original Dream Team. What's up, Denise? How you doing? And Wyatt gets it in the chat there. Nice.
Hell yeah.
You are correct, John Stockton. Actually, you're probably hearing this 10 seconds before everybody else, though, because of the YouTube delay.
Cheating it up.
Rules for pass interference have been all over the place. I shouldn't have said that till afterwards, just so she could beat Billy.
I'll stay out of it.
I'm doing good, Denise. How are you? Oh, Pete, because you never refresh.
Pete said that he's watching behind because he wants to watch with the commentary, like at the same time, all synced up. So that's why he's behind.
Oh, I'll wait a few more seconds. I didn't know that, Pete. Thank you.
I don't think it's gonna matter, Mike. Because if you wait a few seconds, then it's still going to get everybody will hear it before he does, because he's like trying to sync it up with the actual game, right? So
that's true. I thought he was just pausing it over there. All right.
Oh, he's just having a good old time there.
All right, Pete's a good sport.
I haven't bet on a fight in quite a while outside of that Reyes fight that just happened. But I was looking at some of the odds, because there's quite a few odds that are out right now.
Yeah.
It's we got some interesting ones. There's also some really good fights coming up that I didn't really know were happening. So UFC 244. I didn't know Thompson was fighting Vicente Luque. That's a great fight.
Oh, that's an awesome fight. That whole main card is absolutely stacked.
Yeah, it's insane.
Who do you have with Masvidal and Stockton?
Stockton,
Diaz?
For sure. I think he's going to just throw dimes all over the damn place. Diaz or Masvidal?
Yeah.
I'm pretty 50-50 on that. I definitely would pick Masvidal, but there's a lot of people that think that he's just going to kind of walk through him. I'll pick him, but I think it's a pretty close fight. I think Masvidal's a much better fighter, but stylistically, I think it's is closer than most people would say.
I think if it goes all 5 rounds, I think if it's not a finish, I favor Diaz.
There you go.
Did you see that again? Darnold threw another pick in the end zone.
What a beast.
I want to know how many... who has him? If anybody has him, I want to see how many negative fantasy points he ends up with for this game.
But here's the stupid thing with our stupid league is that there's guys who have like 4 quarterbacks. So I'm over here. I had Drew Brees who got hurt, so now I have nobody. Yeah. So I'm like, let's see.
I hope I didn't just lose my... Yep, I did just lose the stream for a second.
Uh-oh.
It'll reconnect. Oh, crap. No. Oh, it did reconnect. I've never seen that happen. The OBS disconnected.
So I'm just watching the replay of the guy intercept the ball right now. I don't know where you're at.
I'm at 525. They're on the sideline. Yep, replay right there. So we're like the same place.
Okay.
Pretty close. Sam
Yeah, they just hiked the ball now.
What's up, Lone Wolf? Yeah, went offline for a second. I don't know why that it keeps crashing.
Oh my god. I'm just looking at Sam Darnold here. So Haterade 9 has him. He has... Look at all these bloody quarterbacks on this guy's team, though. So he started Jacoby Brissett, who had 28 points, which is freaking good.
Who did you
Then
say?
he has... who else does he have? He has Stafford, who had 29 points. And then he has Sam Darnold, who has -6 points. Can you imagine starting him? -6 points? That'd be so frustrating.
Oh, yeah. What team did you say he is?
It's the Haterade 9 one. Team Killian.
Oh, Team Killian. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I remember saying. 2 and 4. Yeah. Yeah, you probably shouldn't draft more or have more than one quarterback on your roster. Two at most. It's
working because I don't have one. If anybody in the chat wants to trade a quarterback to me, let me know. I'm in need.
I thought there was somebody. Oh, no, there's nobody available. Look at Minshew. Pick him up now. Or to Jacksonville. Scored 21 points. I would have picked up Dalton.
Matchup? Dalton. Jesus Christ. That's some super desperation right there. Andy Dalton. The leprechaun that throws to the other team as much as he throws to his own team.
That is true. Yeah, he's not great.
Well, it's hard for him, too, when they don't have any offensive line. They just get freaking ransacked every single freaking play.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of the brilliance of the Patriots, like I was talking about, not spending the money on that running back or that quarterback. If you have a great offensive line and you have a quarterback, I feel like if you have a quarterback that's good enough to play in the NFL and they have a great offensive line, you keep their confidence, they're going to at least be able to manage a game for you.
It's true. It's an important position, no question.
Which is a plus for Jeff fans. Because they can go to sleep, Billy, out of their drunken stupor, and they pass out in the beginning of the third quarter. Poor Jets fans. I gotta say though, I was not happy when the Seahawks lost last week.
Yeah, they just kind of lost it like in the last quarter. They were doing fine until the very end, and then they just got wrecked.
Yeah, how I'm not good about losing things. I'm the same way even with sports teams that I have nothing to do with the outcome. I actually stopped watching sports for several years because I would get so into it.
Yeah, I used to as well. I kind of mellowed out a little bit, but
yeah,
I feel you. I get it.
I kind of mellowed out after I broke my Uncle Joe's table.
You had to mellow out.
Oh, years back. I bet. Well, that was years back. That was I think it was the Sonics back in the day. Yeah, it was like in high school. I just busted his table in half. It's like a brand new table too. It wasn't on purpose, but I just put my hands down so hard, went right through it.
Yeah. Billy says he messed up starting Carson Wentz. It's like, but do you have another quarterback to start? Are you one of these freaking quarterback hogs, Billy? Is that what's going on here? No, he doesn't even have another quarterback. So who else are you going to start? You could have started Andy Dalton, I guess. Did he do well? Probably not.
He had 18 points.
Okay, well, better than me. The thing with Minshew isn't Foles coming back? I don't know when that's happening, but I'm pretty sure Foles comes back soon.
I'm not sure. All right, guys. If you're thinking about calling it in early on a night like tonight, maybe hit up the old lady and grab yourself some Blue Chews. You can go online for, us older guys, some of the older guys, not saying I have that issue, but maybe double up on it, take a couple of these, and go 5 rounds with the missus. Blue Chew, and go online, and they'll just talk to you for basically a fraudulent doctor. They're pretty much going to say, are you healthy enough to run? They're going to take your word for it, and you're going to have yourself some chewable Viagra. So you're welcome.
When you do that, you should start using John Jones as like your catchphrase.
Oh, man. I wonder if he would have taken that if he would have failed the test.
Probably. I don't know.
Because I wonder if they're exempt.
I would think.
Boxing MMA. I actually have not tried them, Boxing MMA. They're the only sponsor that I haven't used. I guess I have an excuse. I'll have to try them just to give the review.
Young David's over there eating them like candy, though, hey?
Oh, Jesus. Thought they were sweet tarts.
Probably having one hell of a day.
Oh, Jesus.
Knocking into everything.
Hey, comedic genius. I'll send some to you, and you can do a review for YouTube for me. Just no nudity, please.
Man, how can Sam Darnold be this bad? Like, this is terrible. And I thought he was actually, like, pretty good because I saw highlights from the first game that he played.
I think he's
like, what's going on here?
I think that's a big problem with a lot of quarterbacks, though. Like when you talk about the offensive line, I seen it with Kurt Warner. I mean, he was a good quarterback, but that offensive line was so good, and he must have had the slowest trigger in the league because he would hold on to the ball for 7-8 seconds easy.
Well, if you look at the frickin' Cowboys offensive line for the last, decade, they're just unbelievable. So that quarterback should always be the best in the league because he can just chill back there for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, Montana back in the day, Montana and Young through that area, they always had good offensive lines.
Yeah. There you go.
Not
it's
the
important.
Seahawks, though. They don't care
Yeah,
about
but that's why
offensive lines.
he's so damn impressive. Russell Wilson's never had any kind of an offensive line, yet he still manages to make it work.
Remember Bisbing saying he tried them and they hit the spot. What is it? Matt Serra on UFC Unfiltered talks about taking them because they're a sponsor of UFC Unfiltered podcast.
Why the hell would Matt Serra need to take them? That dude's already got like 10 times the average person's testosterone with all the injections he has.
I don't know, but he's a wild man. I do like his podcast, though, even though it's sponsored by the UFC. Now, see, whoever was saying the other day that I had shady sponsors, I mean, the freaking UFC uses them, so you can go, you know what.
Hey man, isn't that just some like crazy illegal cockfighting? That sounds like the shadiest of sports in the world.
That's what I heard John McCain say, but I think he had Alzheimer's. So.
He can't argue with you anymore anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna upset somebody. I better probably change the subject.
Probably a good call.
Look
Never
at
talk
Billy. He
about
was already
politics.
on it. New Star Wars trailer at halftime. See, I have like no filter, but Billy's like pretty straight laced. So when I get out of control, he'll like reel me back in. That's why I was like,
Billy's got a wild side. I feel like he does.
every once in a while I think we got to get him drinking.
Mm.
I think the three of us. You're close to the Seattle border. He's moving to Oregon.
He's moving to Oregon? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think the three of us have got to get together for some drinks or the whole invite the fights of friends family. What's up, Adam?
Yeah, that sounds cool.
I really want to see Theron Nelson get some drinks.
Yeah.
Dude reminds me of Norm Macdonald.
Right, for sure. There you go. There's Demaryius Thomas. He just caught the ball. He's on the other team. He's on the Jets. Shit, I got it completely back.
Demaryius Thomas. There was so many players that changed teams this year, though, it seems like, that it's hard to keep up with.
It's very hard to keep up with.
And there's a lot of really good rookies. Like that guy Clowney for the
What?
Seahawks.
He's not a rookie.
Or not Clowney. No, Metcalf.
Yes.
Why did I say
Yeah.
Clowney? DK Metcalf.
Both those guys are freaks, though.
Yeah, he's really good, the DK Metcalf. Have you noticed he has a pink pacifier in his mouth at all times, though?
That's different.
I was seriously going to go out and buy a Metcalf jersey, and then I seen that he never takes that pacifier in his mouth. I was like, I can't do it. You just lost revenue. That is
Is
so
it a
stupid.
pacifier, or is it one of the mouth guards that you just have like all the way in your mouth?
It looks like a pink pacifier. Maybe he has a mouth guard that has something that sticks out like that, but it looks like he's sucking a pacifier at all times. It probably is a mouth guard.
I guarantee it's a mouth guard, but maybe it's got some pacifier vibes going.
I don't know. It
Maybe.
looks ridiculous though. No, it's pink and it's got the little yellow like handle thing like at the end. Because I remember my kids had pacifiers. It looks like a freaking pacifier.
Damn. Not like you can mess with that guy anyway. He's only like 20 years old, eh?
Yeah, he's a rookie. He's like 20, 21.
It's crazy just because of what he freaking looks like. Looks like he's like 30 on juice.
Yeah, dude's huge. Don't test that guy. Keep him away from USADA.
Yeah, have you seen pictures of him? I was looking at the combine stuff, and they showed pictures of him in the weight room. It's like, what is that?
Man, yeah, I hear people be like, "Oh yeah, you do that when you're 20," and I'm like, yeah, I didn't do any of that stuff when I was 20. I never looked like a superhero.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun time though. Looking like a superhero, running 4.33.
Well, if I can pick up a TRT sponsor, I'm going for it. I
don't think you'll be able to be that crazy looking though.
I don't think so, but it's got to be better than now.
Yeah.
And just quit my job, just hang out in the gym all the time, get on Instagram. I don't know what the hell was going on with my internet tonight. This never happens, but it says video output low. Frickin' Comcast.
There's always some kind of an issue with the streams. It's never perfect.
Well, my stream house been great for a while. I must need to reset my frickin' router again or something.
So is it halftime now?
Yeah.
Yes,
oh, yeah,
right?
It's halftime. It's just funny
no, it's
because
not. We got 2 minutes left.
Oh, I just talked with Comcast about a sponsorship today. And now their internet's going to crap.
Well, so far for that.
Sorry,
Screw
Comcast. No. They're like my only option here, though. Oh, Darnold, he hits him on the hands there. Number 18, Darren Thomas can't pull it in. 3rd and 9.
Bloody terrible. This whole team is just garbage.
speaking of the Irish dirtbag, did you see he has a press conference scheduled in Moscow?
About what?
They're not saying. I just read that today on SureDog, though. I'm going to pull up the article. I'll try not to go away from this game because it's so exciting, but...
Yeah, don't do that. That'd be a big mistake. Might come back, it'll be 56-0.
Yeah. Yeah, it says, former UFC champion Conor McGregor will hold a press conference in Moscow on Thursday, according to Russian news outlet TASS. The event will be held in conjunction with Paramatch, a sports betting company for which McGregor serves as ambassador. I'm guessing it's some kind of promo thing, but I'm guessing he's not saying anything because he wants everybody to watch, and they want him to think that he's stealing the title shot away from Tony Ferguson.
I literally just don't care about him at all anymore. Unless I see Francis Ngannou's name beside his, doesn't interest me.
Well, obviously the reason it jumped out to me is I would be really pissed off if Tony didn't end up getting the title shot. And
of course.
And they
Absolutely.
ended up throwing in that jackass.
Or if they, well, yeah, especially if they throw in that jackass. But even if they throw in GSP, like, Tony needs to fight for the damn belt before Khabib's gone.
Yeah, whoever approved John Dickinson's comment, thank you very much. YouTube was trying to censor you, John. That's why I had to put Conor McGregor can't rap in Moscow. The video should have been rape, but...
oh, I see, okay.
I didn't think YouTube was down with it. And then they still demonetized the video, probably because I swore a lot.
Can't do anything on YouTube anymore. YouTube is kind of falling apart here.
I don't, unless I have like 1,000 people in the chat, I'll just throw it out there. I really don't give a fuck. Because, if they demonetize it, because literally like 90% of my revenue is coming from super chat and sponsorships. I mean, ad revenue is just like a little icing on the cake.
Right. But it also, like, doesn't it affect how well you're promoted as well? Which is more important because as you get more people watching, you get more sponsorships and all the rest of it. It kind of builds off the fact that YouTube promotes you. And if they don't, then that's a problem.
That is true. Like I said, I don't give an F.
No. Yeah, you do, Mike. Don't lie.
That's why I censored myself that time. Yeah, ad revenue supports the beer supply. Yes, it does, Billy.
Who do you think's going to win between Luque and Thompson?
Thompson's a little bit of an enigma right now because, I mean, he really never had a blip in his career before that knockout loss to Pettis. So I got to go with Thompson just because he was so good. Vicente Luque, I mean, he can get in wars, but he's very hittable.
Yeah, he didn't impress me at all against Mike Perry. So that's the only bet that I've actually made on any of the upcoming fights is I bet Thompson to beat Luque. I bet him at -135, and I'm just looking at it now, and now it's -125. That never makes you feel any good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you'd already bet that one. Yeah, I would bet Thompson as well. I do think Luque has a pressuring style, though, that could give a guy that, weights so much issues.
Maybe, but I also feel like there's not really a style that messes up Thompson. The only thing I can even think of is like a wrestler who's super aggressive, right? But other than that, like any kind of striking, because if you're gonna wait for him, you're screwed because nobody can counter strike like him. But if you're going to move forward, then you're going right into his game, which is the counter-striking game. Like, just striking with him in general, unless you come up with something new, it's going to be very difficult. And I think the best thing you can do is probably leg kick him. Because we haven't really seen anybody try that.
That's true. And those karate guys, they don't practice. I mean, at least in karate, I'm sure he does now. But that's not something that they do in karate. It's the one thing that... when some of those guys would go over to Thailand and end up fighting Thai boxers, like you see in the Rufus brothers, and they go over there and they had a lot of trouble with leg kicks.
Right. Well, yeah, and just the wide stance, you're so susceptible to getting leg kicked as well. And I think Luque is a guy who leg kicks pretty well on top of that. So it's possible. I just don't see it happening.
That is true. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Pettis fight just being a blip on the radar, and just I mean I think anybody can get hit. You know,
Oh,
anybody can
Billy's
get
on
hit
your case
once.
here, Mike. You got to join the NBA pool. He's going to castrate you if you don't.
I went there and I couldn't remember my own damn password yesterday when I clicked the link to the ESPN Fantasy.
Really?
Yeah, they must have had some kind of strange. Well, I see Create League and Get a Team. I know you gave me the link to it. All right, I will figure it out, Billy. Because I'm logged in to ESPN Fantasy and I'm in basketball, but I have Get a Team, Create a League. Maybe if I hit Get a Team, it'll let me join. Well, that's just stupid. I'll figure it out, Billy. I promise I'll be in tonight. Send the link one more time now. Just for, everybody else. All right, 13 watching. Everybody hit that like button.
Man, the Jets are just terrible. This is ridiculous.
Oh, man. Brady back. Finds a receiver. Yeah, we might talk some MMA at the half and, I don't know, call it an early night. I'm not sure.
Maybe, honestly. This is stupid. We'll see what happens in the second half. But
yeah, I don't know. I enjoy talking sports and MMA with you, though, so I'm going to just keep going with it.
Yeah, well, what else can we talk about? Anybody have a suggestion in the comments? What do you want to talk about? Let's talk about something crazy.
Says 0 watching. I have my elapsed time here, but
They're all gone.
They're
bored.
Well, I think my stream health might be so bad that nobody is here. I'm not sure. Let me know anybody.
It says 12 on mine.
Oh, it just went back to 13. And my stream health just reset to green. So
you got that good internet over there. Hey, Mike.
There we go. Yep. All right, Brady with the ball, 35 seconds left. When do they not have the ball, though?
Did he catch that? No.
Nope, in and out. Edelman bobbles it. He actually probably should have caught that one, but
let's start talking some steroids. How many of these guys do you think are on steroids? Like all of them?
Oh yeah. I'm interested to see what they're testing. You know it's not USADA approved.
Definitely not. But like for example, Edelman's been caught at least once. So I'm going to assume, here's what I assume with football. I assume the guys who get caught, they're on stuff when they come back. Because it's very common that these guys get caught now, but then they come back and they look the exact same, if not better. So examples of that, like Patrick Peterson, he got caught for performance-enhancing drugs. Nobody cares. That's the big difference between the NFL and the UFC, I find, at least from what I've watched so far this year. It's like, oh, yeah, he's going to be out for like a 6-game suspension, then he'll be back, and nothing will change. Yeah. And nothing does change. He's like every bit as good. Like he's what? I don't know how old is he. How old he is, but he's been in the league for quite a long time. Same thing happened with Golden Tate. Like they're gone, and then they come back, and they're every bit as good as they were before. Like you'd expect to see like an Alistair Overeem change where they just shrivel up, but nothing happens.
I kind of feel like you might be on to something as far as everybody being on it, and that just to make it look good, they have to suspend somebody every once in a while.
Yeah, watch it be like they're testing, and like 96%, if not higher, of the guys are testing positive, but they just have to pick random guys, and then the guys that they pick, they like pay them to be out for a little while. Could be that corrupt. I wouldn't even be surprised.
That was a great smack from the defensive player for the Jets, their 95, though. Did you see that? That was like a basketball swat.
Nope. I'm like barely staying awake watching this stuff. It's rough.
Is there any fighting on Fight Pass? Let's just go.
Just go watch a fight.
Just flip it over. Yeah.
All right, he's going to return it for a touchdown. He's got the ball, and he's out of bounds. Well, that was pointless.
No, but next few days I might have to get with you and Billy, some either through videos or through posting. I figured I want this to be the biggest stream ever for Masvidal Diaz. And tomorrow's 12 days from the stream, so I want to do the 12 days of Masvidal Diaz. So some kind of video or post about both fighters every day.
Sure. Are you like, what are your thoughts on that whole thing? Because I think the fact that that's for a belt is retarded and takes all the validity out of the UFC, which has already lost a lot of validity. But, like, what are we doing giving a belt to two guys who aren't even really top 5? I guess you could argue Masvidal is, but, like, why is Nate Diaz fighting for a belt? That doesn't even make any sense.
And, and they have Diaz ranked as number 6 when he's only fought
number
once in 3 years.
56, where he should be.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that they might pull that 165-pound belt and give it to the give it to the winner. Because, it is a stupid idea for the belt. Especially since Dana's been supposedly hiding the design of the belt, though.
Right. But, so don't you think if they were to do that, they have to change every division then, don't they? Because you can't have 155, 165, 170. You'd have to be 165, 175, 185.
And now, and that would take probably a little while then, more than just the end of the year. That's a good point.
But it's a drastic change, and there's never going to be the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
The question is just when you're going to do it, or if you're going to do it at all, because it's a big change, and changing weight classes in general is kind of strange. Like, you look at boxing, they've never changed weight classes ever. So.
But boxing, it has so many damn weight classes.
True.
And they have for, a very long time. But, I mean, the UFC, the fact that they put those 15-pound weight classes, it's like you almost have to go the boxing route and go like 7 or 8 pounds in between. Unless you're going to change.
I don't know if you can do that, though. Like, they'd have to have so many more fighters on the roster. Like, I feel like the level of the skill level and all that would just go way, way down if you did that. Like, I'm not mad at the 10-pound jumps, but you definitely, I don't think you can do less than that. And I don't think that you can do that for the heavier weight classes. Like, to have 185, 195, 205, 215, like, that's too much. Now, I know you probably wouldn't do 215. It'd probably be, 205, 225, 265. Yeah. But that, 195, 185, and 205, I don't know if you have enough guys to really do that. Because those are pretty big guys, right? To be, naturally built that big and to obviously be a fighter, you have lower body fat. It's always
hard to find. You look at the Contender and the Ultimate Fighter series and stuff, and it's always harder for them to get bigger guys. There's almost never any heavyweights.
Yeah. Well, ever. Look at the freaking UFC heavyweights. They have, 3, legit heavyweights?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And, what about frickin' Bellator's heavyweights, though? Jesus Christ. Roy Nelson and Frank Mir in the main event on Friday. I mean, I'm going to watch it, but...
I didn't even know that was happening. And I really don't care. They also have Matt Mitrione, who's 42. Just a big joke.
Well, and I think... how old is Congo? I think Congo's 45.
Oh, at least 63. Dude's so old. It's been around forever.
That's a good point, Boxing MMA. That was a great move for him to call Masvidal out and the way that he did it. He knew he had all eyes on him.
Here's this Star Wars trailer Billy was talking about. I really don't care about Star Wars anymore either, though. For me, when they started making the new Star Wars movies, it was there was the first one, which I didn't really like. Then there was the second one, which I really liked, but they killed off every single character in the second one and went back to the old story. It's are you kidding me? I finally liked a Star Wars movie, and then you just got rid of everybody. Terrible.
Are you talking about the one that came back in the 90s or this newest series?
The newest series, the ones that started in 2014 or something like that, 2015.
Okay, yeah, they've actually evolved that... what's his name, Son of Vader, because he was such a whiny little punk in the first. I couldn't stand him in that first movie.
Yeah, I've only seen two of them. The first two since they started making them again. First one I thought was horrendous, I'm not going to lie. Second one I thought was pretty good, but they all died.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I might have missed someone in that. A lot of them just kind of seem the same to me now.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. It's oversaturated. There's too many of them. Went too far.
John Dickens' other promotions are diluting talent. They need to do more cross-promotion fights or tournaments. I think the UFC are WME, and if they're not too scared of that lawsuit, honestly, I kind of feel like they should just buy LFA and then do some cross-promotion things with them. I don't want to see them disbar them, but...
What does LFA stand for?
Legacy Fighting Alliance.
I don't think I've ever seen anything from them. That's different than the PFL, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Kayla Harrison's
LFA,
PFL, right?
They were on Access TV until they lost their contract like a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
But everybody in the Contender Series, like 70% of the guys in the Contender Series came out of the LFA.
Okay.
So they got a pretty talented roster.
So here we go. Bellator Congo was born May 17th, 1975, which would make him 44. Jesus.
Oh, wow. Matt Mitra, 38 to 39, age Czech Congo. Czech Congo was not born in 19... Oh, was he? Oh, he was born in 75. Okay, so that makes him 45.
Yeah, 44,
sorry,
45.
yeah, I can't do math.
Yeah, better than me. I can't read, so.
Yes, that's right. Boxing MMA was saying the RFA and Legacy combined. And Ed Soros owns them.
Huh.
Or Soros. All right. I guess I should probably throw a trivia question out there.
All right. I'm going to go to the washroom. That works well.
All right. All right, guys. Let's go to the world of baseball. Until this decade, one team had been in the World Series, at least in the World Series, 1 year in every decade since 1910. It's the first decade that they have not been in the World Series. Not won it, but at least been in there. And Billy Hughes, you are correct. It was the Yankees. Adam right behind him. I should have everybody refresh. I'm sorry, I forgot. All right, everybody refresh your browsers. And 3, 2, 1. Hashtag never refresh. All right. This player, after being on the Hall of Fame ballot in baseball for several years, finally got in. It took him a while to get in because he was a designated hitter for most of his career. He was a second baseman before that, but he was a designated hitter who was such a good hitter he got voted into the Hall of Fame. And Adam from Allen got it. You are correct. It was Edgar Martinez. All right. And while we're on baseball, let's throw another one at third. Was it third base? I thought he was second for some reason, but you're probably right. I'm probably wrong. Kurt Schilling, Biggio. Nope. All right. And we'll throw one out there quick since everybody's refreshed. What Major League Baseball player played the most games, most consecutive games, without missing a game? You know Kurt Schilling? That's awesome. He seems like a cool guy. I'd like to get him. Billy Hughes, that was fast. You're right, Cal Ripken Jr., the Iron Man. I kind of like this now that we can go to all the sports. It's easier to come up with questions.
Are you a baseball fan?
I used to watch a lot of baseball, but it's kind of like football. I don't know if I really consider myself a football fan before doing this. I'd say I'm mostly a Seahawks fan. When the Mariners are good, I watch.
Gotcha.
Which
I can't do baseball. I don't know why. It's just boring to me. As I said the other day and commented on a video, I'd rather watch golf. I'll be perfectly honest.
Well, the Mariners haven't been good in like 12 years, so I don't know if I like baseball anymore either.
Yeah.
I know I like going to live games. But
that's just the experience you like, though, not necessarily the game.
Yeah, that's kind of different. That's kind of different for everything. Yeah, like me and young David went to, his first hockey game that he could remember. I think when he was real little. I think we took him to a hockey game, but he really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Like an NHL game or probably a little lower level?
I think it's WHL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What team?
Everett Silvertips.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Victoria has a team, too, the Victoria Royals. And then there's the Blazers from Kamloops.
I think we actually played the Royals the other night. So we won.
Oh, there you go.
I was trying to think of who they won. Yeah, the Royals were up 2-0 when we got there, and Tips ended up coming back 3-2. Always helps when your home team wins, though, to enjoy a game.
Oh, yeah, it just helps with the whole atmosphere, right? Everybody cheering and stuff. That's why, I don't understand NBA games at all. Because I'm going, for the sport, for the energy, to, just enjoy the experience of the sport. I went to one Toronto Raptors game. This is before they won. And it was just a big party. There was nothing to do with basketball there. There was music blasting the whole time. You couldn't even hear, what was going on or anything. You could, barely see because I was up pretty high. But it was just, people with raffle tickets, people dancing in the stands. It was, nothing to do with basketball. It's what am I even here for?
How
this
long
is
ago
stupid.
was that?
I think that was 2018. So it was the year before they won, I think.
Oh, see, it's been a really long time since I've been to a basketball game then. I've been to, coincidentally, first game I went to was the Warriors playing the Jazz when Malone and Stockton were there.
That's cool.
And then I ended up going to 2 more Utah Jazz games just because of the Winco. We were opening up stores in Utah.
Okay.
So they would end up giving us tickets for the games. But yeah, that was really cool, and that was really fun to watch. When the Warriors and Jazz, but we were on the floor.
Holy shit!
So that seemed
cool.
really fast too. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a big difference for sure. I've only been to one UFC event, which was the one in Toronto, and it's amazing the difference it makes being close. Because I went by a bunch of the security guards and got practically cage side. I was by all the people that were cage side. I was only there for 20 seconds before I got kicked out. But it's this experience is so much cooler. And I was there when Alex Cowboy Oliveira was walking out. He was dancing along, and it's just this is freaking amazing.
So
and
they
then
let
you get kicked
close
out.
To the fighters?
Oh no, not on purpose.
Yeah.
I went there without being I wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And I was only able to stay there for 30 or 40 seconds before somebody's hey, take your seat. It's oh, where the hell am I supposed to sit? I ain't got a seat down here. So then I left. But it was really cool to be that close for such a big event. But then where I actually had to seat was just so far away.
Oh yeah, that's not the funnest. Thanks for coming in, John Dickinson. Yeah, when I was in Seattle, it's I could barely see it when we were there because it was $100 and we were way up high. And I hate Key Arena. I'll never go there again. Well, I scratched that. I'll check out the renovation, but I would not go there in the condition it was before. It was really uncomfortable.
Right. Yeah, that's not good.
But when we went in Boise was, we paid, it was $100, I think it was $120. And we were literally on the floor. We were 6-7 rows back from the cage.
Yeah, that's awesome. See, the only thing UFC related that I got unbelievable seats for was the Floyd Connor press conference in Toronto. Got lucky in that it was by far the best press conference on their tour, and we were second row. If I look at the YouTube video, I can see myself standing there. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, I see. Yeah, YouTube's holding a lot of these comments. I'm trying to bring your comment back up here, boxing MMA, but it's not. Um, YouTube's really cracking down on a lot of things, and they asked me if I wanted to hold possible problem comments. I can't remember exactly what it said, but problematic comments for review, and I put no. And then it said that I could get videos demonetized for comments if I didn't hold them for review. So I put yes. So that's why I'm trying to catch them and approve them.
So there's a whole bunch of them that we can't even see right now. Is that right?
I think there's just been 3.
Okay. That's still annoying.
Yeah, so if you swear on there like that, or if you just put like an asterisk or something in there, hopefully I don't think it should catch it. But yeah, that is pretty lame. I mean, that's kind of the point of this, is to not be like TV.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying YouTube's kind of going down the toilet here.
Yeah, I think that was one of their biggest assets, is people being able to say whatever the hell they want.
Surprisingly, none of Comedic Genius's comments.
Yep, exactly. Comedic Genius. Well, maybe if you're a moderator, I wonder if it lets you get away with more.
Maybe.
I'm
not even a moderator.
Because moderators can approve. I don't know why.
Right.
Oh, you're a moderator on the other channel, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I just think you haven't been here near enough that I didn't see it to get in there. And I have to see one of your comments. So if you comment, I can make you a moderator. Hey, Lavonne Bell getting some yards for you there, though. First down.
Yeah, so 4 yards, a.k.a. 0.4 points. I'm totally going to beat you, Mike. You ain't got a shot.
If he gets, 160 yards and 3 touchdowns.
And like 15 receptions.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing about this league, is how you get points when the guy catches a ball, even if he goes backwards. So strange.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that guy's going backwards. And there's another first down, Anderson. Jets on the run. Only 24 more points to go. 13 minutes left.
They haven't scored yet, have they?
No,
Maybe
they haven't.
Oh, okay. Thought I was falling asleep.
So you are modded, but it probably won't show until you refresh.
Okay. Cool.
So, 1st and 10 here for the Jets. And, if you come up with a trivia question, feel free to throw it out there. I'll count it.
Okay. Billy, I don't know if he does watch. I'll ask him, though. I'll send the link. Well, I don't have the link. Put the link up, I'll copy it, and I'll send it to him.
Link for the basketball?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if I'm going to try this again, see if I can remember my dang password. I think I remember what it is now. I hate it when sites are like, you put in a password and they're like, oh, well, you can only have 8 characters and you have to have 2 characters, and then this one has a bunch of different rules.
Yeah, it's annoying. You have all these different passwords. You don't remember which one to use. You end up having like your go-to 26 passwords that you have to try out.
I'm going to have to change it, Billy, because I just locked myself out. Just said I've tried too many times. So. I'll get in there, though. I'll make sure I get it done tonight. Regular season starts tomorrow, you're saying?
Might. I don't know.
All right. That's what he's saying. Yeah. Oh, you're within 26 points of me. You can come back.
Oh, my God. You watching this football game here, Mike?
Oh, Jesus. Another interception for the Patriots. I'm just curious how many freaking points
still there, Mike?
the Patriots defense has.
There you go.
How many freaking points does the Patriots defense have? It's got to be a lot.
Well, knowing them, and they're probably still not quite up to their average. probably averaging 36 points a game. They're only at like 27.
So
Fantasy
you get 10
wise.
right out of the gate for not giving up any points.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they've got to have a lot. 26
They have at least one touchdown.
or something. Let me see if I can find it.
All right.
They have 19 points right now.
Were you guys saying that the season starts tomorrow, though, Billy? When does the NBA regular season start? Oh, yeah, starts tomorrow, so we have to... crap. So we should have been drafting today.
Do the draft right now.
With 10 people in. All right, yeah.
How many spots are there? 12?
I think he says there's 12, 10, or 12. All right, I don't know. Can you guys have alcohol delivered in Canada? I'm just
Delivered? I don't know.
Huh.
I'm not sure.
Because I was surprised we can have alcohol delivered here now. So, yeah, I ordered Domino's the other day and had them bring me a 6-pack of beer. I was like, sweet. I wouldn't usually do that, but I did it just because I can. Like just the one time, probably. All right, guys, if you need some pizza and beer, make sure and check out Grubhub for all your fatty liver needs.
I heard liver. I'm like, wait, where's he going with this? And then he's a fatty liver. Oh, got you. I got it. So I'm like, liver doesn't taste good. That other shit tastes good, and it fucks you up.
Yeah. All right, $12 off your first order of $20 or more. Grubhub may not sell alcohol in every state, but still get yourself some damn good pizza and burgers.
You're making me hungry.
Yeah, I'm going to end up eating late probably. I fasted all day today because I had a doctor's appointment right before this, and then it ended up running late because I had to get a blood test. And then, yeah, so I still haven't eaten today. I don't think I'm going to starve to death.
Mike out here fasting, trying to reverse that fatty liver disease just so he can eat some pizza and bring her back in.
I don't even want to know what my liver looks like, but since I heard recently that fatty liver was a thing, I've been a little worried.
Yeah. I know mine's not great. I used to have, like, when I'd eat a whole bunch of carbs, my eyes would go a little bit yellow. So I'm definitely borderline fucked up over here.
Sour Patch Kids cereal. That is very random and very awesome, Billy. That sounds like something my kids would enjoy rotting their teeth out with.
That sounds very American.
Yeah, not everything's full of sugar over in Canada like here, right?
Oh, I don't know about that. There's just less...
I thought
like,
I heard that.
There's less insane options. Like, we have all the same cereal as you, but we'll have less choices, and the choices we don't have will be like the frickin' Sour Patch Kids cereal. Or like the marshmallows with Kool-Aid cereal or whatever.
Do you come over to the States ever? Did your mom come over to shop and bring it back?
Very rarely. Like maybe once every couple years kind of thing. Once every year.
Because that's what... in the Marysville store, Marysville, Washington, it's about 50 miles from the border, I think. I used to work at that Winco, and... I mean, especially on the weekend, it would be like probably a third of our customers were from Canada.
Not surprising. Our food is so damn expensive here. Pretty annoying.
Yeah, people were telling me that a turkey was like $100, and that was like several years ago. I don't know if they were exaggerating, but
That's definitely exaggerating, unless that's like the world's largest turkey.
I thought that seemed a bit crazy, but
it is a lot for sure, because. Yeah. Like our meat is taxed more than yours is. Like there's this whole thing going around that I heard of, I don't know, a few months ago in the States of how there might be doing this meat tax so that you'd have to pay more for meat or something.
What?
Whereas we already have it.
They're talking, wait. start over again? They're talking about a meat tax in Canada.
No, we already have one, but in
Oh
the States they're
Jesus!
gonna like add. They're thinking about adding one.
Is that some kind of political correctness crap?
I have no idea at all. I
Oh,
know as little about politics as humanly possible, but
and
like for example, today is the day that you vote in Canada. Yeah, I didn't do that. So
I've never not voted, but yeah, I'm just like so fed up with everything. I'm just to the point where I feel like one of those old men that I used to, criticize when I was younger and be like, oh, I don't vote because it doesn't matter. I'm just like, okay, you were probably right.
well, I mean, yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't matter. It certainly matters, but until things go very wrong, then I'm not messing with it, I guess you'd say. Like
Yeah.
I don't like politics at all. And to spend the time to look into it and then try to figure it out, and knowing me, it's going to be extremely hard to make that decision once I get there. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. So once shit's fucked up, once Kim Jong Un is running this country, then I'll start voting.
There you go. There you go. Now I open up a can of worms. I'm not partisan at all. I'm about as independent as you think. I vote for the person. I've voted for both parties, and that's. But
Right.
now, yeah, it's just so frustrating that just making it clear because of some of the comments in there that I don't take a side. I'm a fence sitter like Joe Rogan.
That's the way to do it.
Oh.
So many people complaining about that orange man who's running your country right now.
Yeah, it's
probably shouldn't get
definitely
into it.
some weird times.
Not that I even know anything about it. All I really know about Donald Trump is he's obviously racist. A whole bunch of people don't like him. But here's the thing that I don't really understand is that he talks about the small loan of $1 million. Obviously, that's a lot of money. But he turned it into a ton of money. Everybody says the guy's an idiot. Well, he can't be that stupid with money because he's got a crap load of money now, and he somehow managed to do that. Like, he's got to have some common sense in order to get there. I understand he's stupid in some ways, but he can't be all stupid. It's impossible.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't even want to get into that conversation, Billy, because there's going to be a firefight in here. There's
only 9 of us. It can't be that bad.
That is true. I was thinking the other day. I was thinking about doing something for my Patreon. I was like, okay, how about a show that says called Mike Risks His Career for Money, and just everything's open. Just throw it all out there.
You could do it. I don't know how long it'd last, but you could do it.
Well, I do it on Patreon, so it's through Discord. It wouldn't even be on YouTube.
I see.
So I guess then I'm not really risking it. Although people have been kicked off Patreon.
So Billy's saying, not for long, Wyatt, the orange man will be shown the door soon. So here's the other thing. Again, understand that I'm like completely oblivious to this stuff and know absolutely nothing about American politics. I don't even know anything about Canadian politics, or very little at least. But how, like, so many people are saying he's going to get impeached and all this, which doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
But
sorry, Billy. It's not.
It also seems, from what I've heard, that most people think that he's going to get in again. Is that false? Or I guess it's impossible for anybody to really know, but from what I've heard, it sounds like there's a very good chance that he's going to be back. Orange man for life, baby.
If you want to piss people off in Seattle, I mean, you better bring an army with you. But I mean, you walk down the street with like a Trump shirt or a hat. I mean,
Dude,
you're getting jacked up.
Look at Sam Darnold.
Oh my God, no touchdown.
What is happening?
Oh my God! He just kicked it out of the back of the end. Dude, I am highly entertained by this game.
What is this, man? This is straight up a high school team.
This is the greatest game of the year. I should be drinking right now, but I've told myself I'm not going to drink late during these streams anymore because when I have to wake up at 3, being hungover kind of sucks.
Is that for work?
Yeah, I usually wake up. I gotta wake up by at least by 3:30, depending on where I'm going for the day. If I'm going to Seattle, I gotta be up by 3.
Right. How far of a drive is Seattle? Probably
Uh,
greatly depends on traffic, I
well,
suppose.
it's only about 35 miles, but it can be an hour and a half,
Right?
or
Yeah, that's kind of
hour
rough.
and a half to 2 hours.
I bet traffic's terrible certain times of the day for sure.
Yeah, there's never really a time where there's no traffic, to be honest.
Yeah, that's like Toronto. That's why, like, I don't want to live in a place that's just so overcrowded. It's so annoying. It'd be like Saturday morning and you can't even get on the highway because it's just full of cars. It's like, what? Is this a freaking parking lot? What the hell is happening?
Oh yeah, and I-5 is often a parking lot here. Here's a crazy thing. I should put a dash cam. Somebody's saying I should put a dash cam up because when I go to Seattle, I literally in the last 5 years I cannot remember coming home and not seeing accidents on the way home. At least one, usually multiple. Literally every
Okay.
single day.
Yeah, you probably should do something like that. I remember we talked about that several months back. Um,
Luckily, I almost never see them. It's just everybody's off the side of the road, and I'll see a car, torn in half, and
right.
the other one smashed into pieces. Oh, my idiot neighbor the other week. Apparently, people just can't drive in Seattle because I'm in Lake Stevens. We're in a cul-de-sac, 25-mile-an-hour cul-de-sac, and I mean, I never drive more than 15 miles an hour because it only takes literally 1 minute to get out of it. Somehow this SUV had flipped itself completely upside down.
How?
The only way I can figure is there's a road that connects, and they would have had to have run the stop sign on the other side and hit something. I really wanted to stop and ask.
Stop and ask, hey, how are you so retarded? I don't know. The wind's really gusting today.
I would have had to record that.
Do you think Sam Darnold has positive points yet? I'm about to go check.
Oh,
He's
no
got to
way.
be
There's
at
no
least
way.
like
Just
half a point.
you
No?
got to lose points for getting a safety, right? Was it a fumble? It was a fumble, right? Yeah.
They have 20. Yeah, they have 26 points, so it must be a safety. Okay, what team was he on? That's just ridiculous that he can be that bad.
Yeah, see, that's why I say I'm frustrated, though, Billy. You say about Trump and then about the Democrats. There's no right side. There's nobody doing anything good, in my opinion. So it's just a losing effort all around.
Sam Darnold has negative 6.1 points.
God.
What is that?
I've
Quarterbacks
never seen a quarterback in fantasy football, I don't think, have negative points at the end of
at the end of a game. Yeah, I don't think so either.
Dude, I wonder what the record is for least amount of points in fantasy football for a quarterback ever. If he stays in, this could be the worst game in modern history for a quarter. Oh, Brady hit an interception for the Jets.
He got tipped, though.
Yeah, it was a good defensive. Well, he was getting hit from behind. Yeah. Let's watch this here. Oh, and that's bad holding on number 62 for the Patriots, too.
Yeah, but they don't call penalties against the Patriots.
No.
You should know that.
Yes, this is true. Although, I mean, I still can't. We still can't blame the Patriots for the Seahawks throwing the ball on 1st and 1 with Marshawn Lynch in there in the Super Bowl.
I think I'm the only one in the world who agrees with that call. Never expect it to happen, so why not go for it? I'm not mad at it at all.
Well,
obviously, it didn't work out well, but everybody be talking about how brilliant he is if it worked.
Exactly. I was going to say, to be fair, if it would have worked, you had a receiver that did not play physical and maintain his position whatsoever, and then you had a defender that made a great play and just manhandled him.
Yeah. Yep.
Matt Leinart, -1, got injured. Oh yeah, I have seen him when they've gotten injured, but I'm pretty sure I haven't seen a player end with negative points that played an entire game.
See, but even when they get injured, because like Drew Brees got injured and ended up with like 0.3 points or something. But if they get injured, like they shouldn't be worse than like -1. Like this dude's at -6. Like, he should just be running the ball the whole game, but he can't even do that right because he can't grab the snap because it flies over his head.
Yeah, this is crazy. And now, yeah, I think the whole team's just hesitant now. Oh, pass interference on the Patriots. This J.C. Jackson, that's the second penalty on him. Oh, third penalty, they just said. Yeah, well, oh, yeah, that was kind of hard not to call that one. Anytime you're grabbing the clothing. Carson Palmer can never get it out. Yeah, it's ridiculous, CJ. It's absolutely ridiculous over here. I can't imagine. That's why I don't even really like make fun of other countries anymore. Although, I mean, your president wearing blackface, that whole thing is a bit hilarious, but sorry. Just the fact that he's so uber liberal just kind of made me laugh when he said he didn't know how many times he'd worn blackface. It's like, I've never thought about wearing blackface. I've never known anyone that's worn blackface. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't follow it, so.
Hope the Broncos bunch Joe Flacco and give rookie Drew Luck a shot. I'll give Drew Luck a shot. Yeah. No, that wouldn't be a bad idea at all, Billy. Wow, and Donaldson can't even get close to the receivers. Dude was like,
that's only yards. Bell too. It's not like he had to throw it very far.
Mayor for Toronto is like, all right, we should really be the last people that are making fun of anybody else's politicians, though.
No, that's true. Rob Ford, I have heard of him. It was a big deal when I was there because he was the mayor. He's like a crackhead.
Right? Yeah.
What an animal.
Dude, tell me, Billy, you wouldn't like to party with that guy.
Oh, look at this beast throwing another interception.
Oh, my God.
He's going for -20. Can he make it happen?
I'm telling you, this is like one of my favorite games I've watched in a long time. I'm not even kidding. I just
so badly hoped, like, it would have been so much better if somebody was actually starting Sam Darnold.
Oh, this is hilarious.
This is retarded.
Wow.
-8 points now. Getting her done.
I do. I think it's entertaining. It's like so bad it's entertaining. That's why I'll watch some of those college football games where people are blowing them out like 60-something to 0, and the other team's actually getting pissed off because they're running the score up.
You know what the real question here is? The Patriots beat the Jets by more than 40 points. So how much worse could the Dolphins? So how much worse can the Dolphins be than the Jets? Like, how is that even possible?
Oh my God! When do the Patriots play somebody decent? That's what I'm gonna look at the schedule. What is the schedule for the New England Patriots?
Bring it up here.
And their division is so horrible.
So they play the Browns, so they're going to destroy the Browns. Then they play the Ravens. The Ravens game could be kind of interesting.
That should be a moment of truth. November 3rd.
Then they play the Eagles, who are kind of not that great. They're okay. Cowboys kind of depends. They seem to be on and off. I don't know anything about the Texans. The Chiefs, that could be interesting if Mahomes is back, but they'll still get massacred. The Bengals, oh, there we go. Maybe they'll be able to beat the Bengals by like 70 points. Oh my God, and then they play the Dolphins again.
Oh my God, yeah, this is such a horrible schedule. And they're literally playing like 3 good teams the entire... Now, Chiefs, that'll be a good game on December 8th.
I guarantee they just murder them. Because the Chiefs don't have a good defense.
That's true.
Not that you even need to have a freaking decent offense if you're the Patriots, because your defense just scores like 50 points a game.
Oh, yeah. Pats-Ravens is a night game, too. 5:20.
Yeah,
that's a Sunday night game. Oh, definitely watching that one.
But, like, so they beat the Dolphins 43-0. So if they don't beat the Jets 43-0, then that probably means that the Dolphins are worse. I think they are worse. I'm not sure how that's actually possible, but I think they are worse.
They're showing Darnold on the sideline. He looks constipated. Oh, Jesus, yeah.
What, he looks what?
Looks constipated, Billy says.
Oh, I thought you could have
He's
said
probably
confident.
confused. He's like, how is it even possible that I've thrown this many interceptions?
He's thinking, should I keep trying or should
Oh,
I
yeah,
go
look
for the...
at him. He looks like he got hit by a semi or something. I don't know what's
Billy
wrong.
is right, though. He totally looks constipated.
Yeah, he did. Confused. 4 interceptions and a fumble. Oh, I know he can get at least one more. It's only the third quarter.
Yeah, we're just getting warmed up here.
Over under. How many times does Sam Darnold turn the ball over? Everybody
13.
throw your picks out. If he stays in, I'm going to say 7.
Well, how many does he have so far?
Oh, yeah, Jet does beat. He's got 5 turnovers so far. 4 picks and a fumble.
Good God.
John Dickinson says 7. I should give a prize for whoever comes the closest. What do I have around here? Brady and
It's
Belichick
5.
swing each other's wives. All right, here we go, guys. $25 Amazon gift card for whoever comes the closest. And if there's a tie, we'll have 3 trivia questions for the tiebreaker.
Okay, cool.
And you're in this, Wyatt. You can
What did you say? You said 7, right?
Yeah, but I'm not part
Oh,
of
yeah,
it.
okay.
John Dickinson says 7. I'm not going to take my own gift card. That'd be weird.
I'll say 5. He's going to turn it around.
Oh, you don't think he's going to...
Not one more. I think he'll have 5. That's my guess.
Well, if
Adam
he gets pulled
says
out,
9.
he'll stay with 5. Brady airing it up way over, and that's going to be pass interference on number 22.
Or should I say 6? I'm contemplating.
Sure.
Give me 30 seconds. Billy, the question is, how many turnovers will Sam Darnold have over the course of this game? He currently has 5.
Saying you won't throw anymore. Yeah, but he could fumble the ball.
Yeah, I'm still going with 5, too. So I'm going against Billy in trivia is what it sounds like, unless we're wrong, which is probably going to happen.
Billy says 5. Dickinson says 7. Adam from Allen says 9.
9 would be the best thing ever if
All
that
right,
actually
guys,
happened.
throw your guess out there. I mean, you got about good as chance as any. $25 gift card. Whoever comes closest, how many turnovers will Sam Darnold have by the end of the game? And Edelman with about 7 yards there. I found out, I thought that you would get in trouble for giving things away on YouTube because I had read some things, but you just can't promise cash and you can't incentivize people for subscribing. So apparently I can't. I've been able to give things away this whole time. So I can just buy people. And just start giving stuff away every time. My wife would be like, How did you lose $1,000 last month on YouTube?"
Magic.
I gotta say, as far as gambling though, I meant to say earlier though, that Reyes versus Weidman, that might have been the best bet of the year. How in the hell did that fight even got made?
Okay, here we go. So PBR Street Gang says 6 turnovers. It's a good guess as well. I think 5 or 6, but I'll stick with 5.
Adam says, I don't plan on winning, but what if? Yeah, if it's 9, you're the only one that chose it.
For good reason.
Brady back. Oh, barely avoids the sack. Has to throw it away there. Dude, if you're high-fiving and you're down 26-0, that should be a flag.
That should be a flag. Maybe you should be kicked off the team. I don't know if that should be a flag.
Oh, they're actually gonna call intentional grounding on Brady. That's almost never called anymore. Oh, because he didn't throw it in the wake of a receiver. That's the right call.
What a bum.
Oh yeah, nobody around it. Sure, Brady on field, Mike. He's pissed about the penalty. Oh, gee, of course he is. How dare they penalize me?
You know the Jets are bad when they can't even have a black guy return the ball. They have a fucking white guy.
Dude looks like he just walked right out of the 1950s, too.
Yeah, straight out of, like, the substitute teaching job. Wow, and look at that. He ran for like half a yard.
Another good bet is Masvidal to win Diaz.
I don't know about that. He's also like, what, minus 180, something like that?
Um, those odds have swung a decent amount back and forth, but yeah, I think he was close to 2-1 odds the last time I seen.
He's minus 170 right now.
Minus 170. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to bet on that fight.
Oh, I'm not. There's no way I'd like unless it was like way to one side. But yeah, I don't want to bet on that fight either.
Yeah, well, like I said, I like both guys. I got to represent Diaz just for the West Coast. You know, an old school East West Coast battle like Tupac and Biggie back in the day.
He's almost the South Coast. Masvidal.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he's practically in Cuba.
Basically. CJ says the odds started almost even. I thought the odds started with Masvidal as like minus 230. I'm going to check.
Think they did. Yeah, I think they swung in the favor of Diaz because I'm pretty sure I seen at least 2-1. I think you're right.
Masvidal opened as minus 245.
Okay. Yeah.
So no, not even on that one. But it might close at even. That's possible.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Diaz is, well, both guys are so popular. But Masvidal's just kind of been lately, though. Diaz has been popular.
Both guys are, as I've said in the past, both guys are overrated. Masvidal did not used to be overrated at all, but I think he's become overrated now.
Yeah, well, and I think he's just being real smart about it. And if you notice, if you watch him like on YouTube, little things he's posting on Twitter and things, he's like dipping his feet into the commercialism while still kind of keeping that, kind of gangster image. He's a pretty smart guy.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. How do you think a fight between him and Leon Edwards goes? I think Leon Edwards beats him pretty dominantly, personally.
Yeah, I think that's a bad style for him.
Exactly. Which means so much.
I mean, there's a few reasons he's avoiding that fight. All of them good. I mean, for one, he probably should be an underdog. And for another one, nobody wants to see Leon Edwards fight. Unfortunately.
Is that true, though? I think people do. I just don't think he's as popular as those other guys. Because he doesn't fight boring, I wouldn't say.
No, he's not real. No, I wouldn't say he's like... He's not boring. He's not like the least popular guy in the league, but he's definitely not a guy that casuals know. Yeah,
that's true. I can't wait for this freaking hug fest between Maya and Askren. It's going to be great. Snooze fest.
Dude, watch that fight ends up being a freaking like fight of the year.
That's literally impossible. That's legitimately impossible.
And the only reason it probably is because Ben Askren literally cannot strike at all.
Unless he's been faking the whole time, but yeah. There's no way Maya gets knocked out. The only person that can get knocked out is Ben.
Yeah, Maya's only been knocked out once ever.
Who was that to?
I was watching it in Portland. Nate Marquardt.
Okay.
I believe it was 11 seconds.
Damn.
Yeah, if you haven't watched that, you got to watch it. The way Maya flips up in the air, I mean, it looks like those guys when they're wakeboarding and they hit a wake, and he just flips end over end. That dude is a beast. Oh, and jacked up on all the steroids back there.
He was, yeah, he was.
Yeah, that guy did so. He had to have been doing steroids like the day of the fight.
Yeah, well, he's tested positive quite a few times, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know how many times he's popped, but I know he has.
What's going on with Lavonne Bell, man? He looks so slow. Like, it looks like he's running underwater.
Oh, I know. He gets a reception there, but of course a flag on the play. Askren and UFC still not one punch. Oh, dude, Askren, his striking is so horrible. I'm very confident of the fact that I could defeat Ben Askren in a boxing match. Extreme confident enough to the point to where I would honestly probably bet money. That's how bad
crazy.
it is. I mean, did have a few amateur boxing matches. I don't see Ben Askren out boxing anyone.
What if you have to weigh in at 205?
At 205, what he fights at 170?
No, but if you had to weigh in at 205, would it drain you too much? Could you still win?
I don't know.
It's a good question.
Depends on when the fight is.
Yeah, that's true. What happened to this Dutch guy fight? Where's that at?
I don't know. I'm pretty pissed at him, though, because he made me agree to a catch weight, and I had to try out, and I lost 20 pounds and showed up, and he wasn't there. So
What was the catch weight? You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
What was that?
What was the catch weight?
240.
Okay. And he didn't even show up.
Yeah, didn't
That's
even,
crazy though that he actually made you like lose weight for it. Like fuck off.
Yeah, didn't even show up. But anybody that, if you ever need to drop weight for anything, it's super uncomfortable. But plastics are almost cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, wearing those little like plastic, like they look like space suits. You can buy them for like $10 at Walmart.
Yep.
It's literally painful though to sweat in those things. I mean, it feels like a demon is ripping water out of your body.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, there's other ways to do it, right? Like one that seems to be very successful is just a hot water bath, and then you put this different salts or whatever in it to make you sweat more.
Yeah, I think if you're, within 20 pounds, like 4 or 5 days out, I think you can do it that way. I think for the guys with the extreme weight cuts, I think you pretty much have to go with the plastics.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know for sure. I never used them in judo, but we didn't know anything about weight cutting back then. We would just like not eat for like a week and then be unhealthy.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, because I would drop like 9 pounds because I fought at 156, and I walked around at 165. I was pretty much always the same weight because I had a metabolism then.
Yeah.
And so I would drop 9 pounds. I just kept it real boring. I would eat half a cheese sandwich in the morning and half a cheese sandwich in the evening, half an apple, and drink water every day for a week. And I would drop exactly 9 pounds.
That's got to be a struggle, though. Like that does not feel very good, for at least for the first day. Then you kind of get used to it. But just reintroducing that little bit of food will like rev your metabolism back up, so you want to eat more. If you just like don't eat, then it's way easier. But if you keep ramping it back up, it's freaking painful.
Yeah, I wish I would have known about water loading and plastics and all that other stuff back then, because it would have been much, much easier. But I mean, not very many people did. But but then we would go to practice, and you might in the hot gis, and my sensei would always turn the heat up. So, you're looking at 2.5 hour practice, an hour and a half to 2.5 hour practice when you haven't eaten. It's not smart.
Nope.
Yeah, that is crazy. 5 a.m. Askren, are you going to wake up for that one?
Where is it? Oh, Singapore?
Yeah.
No.
I'm not going to be able to stream it because I'm going to be at work.
Yeah. I'm not doing that. Screw all that.
But it's a better fight. I'm kind of glad it is because it's a better event on Bellator that night. You have Rory McDonald and Lima that night.
Okay.
Do you see Lima's actually a favorite to win the championship?
I thought that was so interesting. He's a big favorite too. I'm looking at it right now. He's minus 185.
Holy crap. I didn't know he was that big of a favorite.
I don't know who's going to win. I thought, Rory's head seems to be out of the game a little bit, but I thought it'd be, exactly even.
Well, he looked much better in his last fight than he did against John Fitch, which I think, I don't know how you don't have John Fitch winning that fight, but...
Yeah, I didn't see it.
It's not a super entertaining fight. I mean, it's a John Fitch fight.
Yeah.
I love the guy. He's a great guy, but most of his fights are not super entertaining.
Right.
Except for he did have the last upkick knockout before Nico Price did that.
Did he? I didn't know that.
I didn't either until they said it on ESPN.
Okay.
I had no idea, but yeah, I was watching the UFC show and they said it. I was like, wow, that's not the guy I would have picked.
Yeah, not the guy you would have thought.
Brady back.
James White's caught a lot of balls tonight. He's got to be doing pretty well.
Yeah, he's more of a receiver for them than a rusher. They
For
have so
sure.
many damn running backs.
But he's caught the ball like 9 times, so he's probably got 9 points just from that, even if he's going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go again. Just
Brady's
caught it
trying to
again.
keep people that picked high on Darnold's turnovers from winning money.
Yeah.
Running the clock out. They didn't like Fitch because he was boring. Why not Khabib? Yeah, Fitch's performance against Roy McDonald and against Paul Daly, both of them, I thought looked pretty Khabib-like, to be honest.
Has anyone seen Hobbs and Shaw, says Billy? I have not. Has that been out very long?
Yeah, I am a sucker for every single Fast and Furious movie, though. I love all of them.
Yeah, they're very good. My favorite thing is still from, what was it? The 7th or 8th one, or I don't even know. The one where they had the runway, and the runway was like 6 countries long. Remember that?
What's that? I'm trying to think which one that was. Was it? I think it was 7.
Yeah, something like that. But it was just ridiculous. It was like a 20-minute scene, and the plane's going like full speed on the runway the entire time.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. No, probably my favorite one is where, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't watched it. I think it was 8. Was the one where they think, Vin Diesel's went rogue.
Yeah, that's
and then
the
he
most
does
recent
that switch. One. Yeah. Yeah, that was freaking awesome. Monday Night Football next week is Dolphins Steelers.
Oh my God. Well, but the other thing they had was, I think it was Thursday Night Football, was the frickin' the Steelers and the Bengals, and they both had never won a game. They're both winless. It's like, what are they doing with who they're picking to be on prime time? It's terrible.
Yeah, so let's help them out, Wyatt. This is what I think they need to do. Is you can put the schedule out there, but then your Sunday, Monday night games, pick them 3 or 4 weeks out. So somebody gets bumped, a night or two. I don't think it would be that hard to do.
Probably not. I don't know how the NFL does all that, though. It's probably more complicated than you think, but it shouldn't be.
I guess the big part of it would be ticket holders, and especially season ticket holders. I didn't think about that part.
Yeah, that's a big issue for sure.
That probably blows it. So there you go. They have $1 billion business, and they had thought it through more than me. Surprising.
There you go.
Redskins versus Vikings Sunday. Chiefs. Oh, Chiefs and Ravens. That should be really fun, actually.
Who do you think takes that? I think the Ravens win. But as I said
got
before,
the Ravens too. I mean, Chiefs has got a pretty impressive offense, but I mean, Chiefs' offensive line is much better than the Seahawks. I know that. Guy who wrote the scene helicopter versus the off-road cars must have been high as F. Well, there's so many drugs in Hollywood. It's great now that, I don't know if it's great, but it's funny you hear all these stories finally come out like years later, what some of these people did, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Edelman, another first down.
Shocking.
No. And he gets out of bounds. Remember, guys, put in your picks. Put in your picks. How many turnovers will the Jets quarterback Sam Darnoldson have by the end of the game for a $25 Amazon gift card? I think everybody's picked already.
Yeah, we're going to have a limit, too, because you can't pick 3 seconds before the game's over.
Oh, yeah. No, this is...
we'll say at the end of this drive.
Yeah, it's got to be by the time the Jets get the ball back, you can't pick again. John Dickinson's got 7. Adam from Allen, 9. Billy Wyatt, PBR streak game. That might be pretty close to everybody. CJ hasn't picked. Apparently nobody's seen Hobbs and Shaw. Has anybody seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? I still haven't. That's probably out on DVD now.
That's a comedy, right?
No,
No?
it's a Martin Scorsese movie. The guy that did The Godfather.
Oh, okay.
It's
It has a
got
whole bunch of famous people in it. That's all I really remember.
yeah, it's got Al Pacino. They brought oh, I can't think of who is. They brought a guy out that's been Martin. Who did they bring out that was retired forever? Now I can't remember. You want to see Khabib and Gaethje? I want to see Donald Cerrone and Justin Gaethje. I want to, or not Donald. Excuse me. I want to see Conor and Gaethje because I think Gaethje will kill him.
Nah, we need Ngannou. You know the
He'll
deal.
break his freaking legs.
You know what would actually be interesting would be Barboza versus McGregor.
That would be because neither one of them are going to try to wrestle. I don't even know if Conor has any wrestling. I'm assuming Barbosa really doesn't. He's got pretty good takedown defense though.
Yeah, I think you're kind of underrating Connor's takedown defense. I think it's very, very good.
No, it's not bad. That's why I'm saying I wonder if Conor would go for a takedown on Barbosa.
Oh, that's not happening. No, I don't think so. It's stupid because Barboza's a way better striker, but Connor's ability to just kind of pressure the way he wants to and control everything might be the difference maker there. Because there's no question who's the better striker, but how you like control everything and the intimidation factor and all the lights being on you, it might be enough for him to win.
Well, and I'm going to say something that people probably aren't going to like. It's probably controversial, but maybe not now. But a couple years ago, I think Conor McGregor was the best boxer in all of MMA.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, the way that he would land that right hand behind the jab, and I mean, how many other people are going to win rounds against Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, I think Floyd kind of gave those rounds away, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to watch the fight again, kind of with that in my head, I guess. I think I was getting so excited when I watched the fight the first time. Which, no, I didn't pay the $100 pay-per-view for that. But I watched it at a friend's house. I pitched in my $10.
Because if you watch that fight back, because I thought the same thing. It's like, what the heck's going on? But if you watch it back and you actually can listen to the corners, like that's their game plan the whole time. Floyd's like he's just trying to wear him out and just kind of like let Conor punch himself out for the first however many rounds, however long it took. But he threw like what 1 to 2 punches a round for the first like 3 or 4 rounds. That was his strategy the whole time. So I think he could have won every round if he wanted to.
You think so? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he did do that against a lot of fighters too. I remember he did it against Zab Judah, and I thought Zab Judah was going to be the first one to beat him, and nobody ever got him. But Gregor will not win a fight again easily against anyone, says CJ. Yeah, he's on. Even Dana White kind of alluded to him like possibly being on cocaine. I mean, that's crazy when Dana White's saying that.
Possibly be what?
Possibly being on cocaine.
Oh, I see. Well, I think it's pretty obvious he is. He's on something. Going
crazy. Yeah, I just didn't expect Dana to say it.
Dana doesn't really have a filter.
Yeah, and here's the thing. They can be on cocaine outside of 2 nights outside of the fight. I mean, we were never supposed to know about John Jones' positive coke test. Supposedly that was an accident.
Supposedly.
I don't really see how you have an accident like that. But how do you not know that you can't take an inhaler in between rounds, though?
Well, but that's, like, I didn't see that fight live, but I kind of saw the highlights of the controversy afterwards. I don't even think that's Greg Hardy's fault.
It's on
because he was asking everybody around him, like, am I allowed to take this? Like, I don't want to do anything wrong. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's totally fine. And it's not even just his coaches. It was, like, the commission.
It was the commission. Yeah, which that's why I'm glad that they made it a no contest, because I definitely don't think he deserved to, have a loss. But
certainly not.
He did get what's considered an unfair advantage because it's outside of the rules. So you can't really give the other guy a loss either, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It was very weird how it was all handled. But
PBR wants to see Conor versus or Gaethje versus Khabib too. All right, now that I got that,
I think Khabib's too good. That's what I think.
what do you think about him and Ferguson though?
I think Khabib beats him as well, but that's the most interesting fight there is.
I would like to see, and Kevin Lee talked about this, even though Kevin Lee's probably going to get his ass kicked the next fight, but he talked about this on Unfiltered, is I don't think anybody has tried to take Khabib down and see how he is on his back.
That's an interesting thought. That's the same thing with Maya, right? That's why I think that Askren has a very good chance of beating him, is nobody wants to be on the ground with Askren. Or, sorry, with Maya.
Yeah.
But I feel like Askren won't care, and I think he'll know, like, I'm not going to have the advantage on the feet, but if I'm on top of you, I'm going to win. And I think there's a good chance he wins. Like, I'm very 50-50 with that fight, but I could easily see Askren just controlling him and getting the decision win.
Oh, no, could definitely happen. And PBR Street Gang with the super chat. PBR Street Gang's been tearing it up with the super chats. Thank you very much, sir. We don't have any audio. It's on the Skype, but name up in lights. PBR Street Gang again. And he says Nick Diaz gets 5 years for weed and Hardy gets a pass.
Yeah, that is retarded.
Yeah,
they're so inconsistent. It's terrible.
Lame. Yeah, well, they were so hardcore on weed, and now they have all these CBD sponsors.
Yep.
They're pretty much endorsing the fact that Nate Diaz, smokes weed, and that other young kid that keeps getting suspended, Sean O'Malley. Yeah. God, he hasn't fought in so long. I couldn't even remember his name.
Yeah, he keeps getting suspended over and over again.
He got suspended for the same time again. Same thing again last time. The exact same drug.
Crazy.
Yeah. I should... I don't even understand what's going on. I should actually reach out to him and see if I could get him on the show, though, because I'm pretty curious.
You probably could.
And CJ Smith with the 20 czar. A donation. Thank you very much, sir.
Masvidal for the win. Yeah, I honestly am inclined to agree. I think that fight's closer than most people think, but yeah, I definitely would favor Masvidal to win that one. I know Mike's on the other side, but I think Masvidal will win.
Well, like I said, it's one of the few fights that I'm kind of going with my heart on, just because I kind of have to pick somebody. I want it to be fun, and I feel like I'd kind of be like a bandwagon if I went with Masvidal now. He's been around so long, and I've never, said I was a Masvidal fan. So to jump on now, I just got to stick with Diaz.
You're a Diaz fan, hey?
I am a Diaz fan. I was a big Nick Diaz fan.
They just come off as so stupid.
And that guy took so much damage back in the day, though. Nick did. It's
Yep.
If you watch some of his old fights, like in Strikeforce and things, I mean, he ate so many shots from so many guys. I think he probably has CTE.
Probably.
Probably pretty bad. I wonder if he's. I think he's pretty punchy. Most people think he's usually drunk, which is probably the case as well.
Especially Nate, though, hey? Nate is just retarded.
Yeah, Nate just needs to not talk. Well, I think he only went to like 5th or 8th grade or something like that. I mean, Nate didn't have much of a education or anything. He's either got a smart manager, though, or, he's got an idea when it comes to negotiating, though, because he did hold out for more money.
It's true.
And he's the one who called out this big fight.
Look at this return. Man, this game is so dumb.
Are they even trying to stop him at this time?
Yeah, I think they just kind of gave up.
Jets are like, party at my house. The quarterback. Yeah. Let's get this thing over so we can get out of here and go drink some beer.
He's probably already gone.
Where the hell did Nate get that chin from? Obviously runs in the family, CJ. If you watch Diaz eating so many shots back in the day, I mean, he would just go back and forth with somebody and trade shots until the guy would go down.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
It's almost their demise, though. Like, it's
definitely.
so bad, like, health-wise, obviously. But there's other guys who just, like, get knocked out super easy, like Corey Anderson, who you somehow think has a chance against Johnny Walker. And I'm not a Johnny Walker fan at all, but it's a knockout artist versus a guy who gets knocked out. What do you think's going to happen? It's like Reyes versus Weidman.
That's true. Yeah. No, you're probably right. I mean, I'm going for Walker in the fight. I want him to win it because I want to see Johnny Walker smash John Jones.
Yeah, I want to see Rakic smash John Jones. But, either one works.
I'd like to see those two fight eventually, too. Walker and Rakic and and Reyes fight both of them.
CJ Smith, can you train your chin to take a shot? I know a lot of guys do neck training because they think that helps, more stability. But I'm not very well versed in that area. So, Mike, you got anything to offer in that?
So, back in the day, Rocky Marciano used to believe that chewing gum strengthened his jaw. And I know there was a lot of boxers back in the day. I don't know that there's anything scientific on it, though. So, I think the verdict's kind of out. Oh, they did pull Darnold?
Well, then Billy and I win.
Oh, it says any minute. Oh, told you they would pull Darnold any minute.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, if they pull him, then, you guys have to go to the final three trivia. I'm going to go take a quick restroom break.
Okay.
Right back.
That wouldn't be any fun if they pulled him, though. We need him in the game to have some fun. Otherwise, this game's boring as hell if they're not throwing interceptions. Crowd's booing, huh, Ordinary Pete? Can you really be surprised? It's in New York, isn't it, too? Jesus. I'm surprised half the crowd hasn't left yet. And they have the ball again. Surprise, surprise. John Dickinson. Tyson used neck bridges to get his tree trunk neck. Helps keep you on your feet, not about your jaw. Yeah, Tyson had a huge neck. There's no question about that. And there's also no question that he had an iron jaw. Iron Mike Tyson. I don't know if that's why they called him Iron Mike or not, but dude could not be knocked out. He just marched forward and got smashed in his forehead, didn't do anything.
Well, he obviously had those genetics, though. I don't know if you've listened to Teddy Atlas talking when he was
I have
14, 15 years old, and he would have to tell people were 18 or they wouldn't let him fight.
Yeah, I've heard the story. I think I heard that on Rogan, but yeah, it's bananas.
Yeah, he did say it on Rogan. I've heard it, some other places, but I think he said 13. I want to say that he...
Yeah, and he's like 200 pounds at 13 or something.
Yeah, that's nuts. That was just the perfect storm that guy would have happened to cross paths with one of the greatest trainers in boxing history.
Yeah, absolutely.
Edelman only has 47 yards. Huh. That's the thing. 6.5 yards a pass. They don't do anything real crazy on offense. They just keep doing it over and over again.
Well, and to be fair in this situation, if they're not running the ball, then they're going to throw safe passes to kind of run the clock out.
Well, yeah, definitely now. But at the beginning of the game, pretty much all their games, I think they don't run a lot of big plays.
CJ Smith says, I heard fighters say it's the shots you don't see coming. Yeah, no question about that. That's the same with anything, though, right? Like, if you don't see... Well, I don't know. It's anything. Like, for example, sound. Like, if somebody claps really loud beside you, it's not going to do anything to them because they're expecting the noise to come, but it could, like, blast your eardrums because you're not expecting it to happen. So, same with anything. So, yeah, definitely shots you don't see coming are going to do way more damage.
Yeah, especially the ones you don't see coming when you're throwing a shot yourself. Your own
True, because
as
then your
your opponent's
momentum's
getting
going
knocked
towards
out.
them. Yep. Did Tyson take steroids? I'm gonna say probably. I don't know for sure. There's a good chance he didn't as well, I suppose. But there's no question in my mind that Evander Holyfield was on everything.
Oh, he was so ripped. I don't know, but he gained so much weight. He would tell you he didn't, of course. But Tyson, I kind of feel like Tyson has. It's been so freeing for him to be honest about everything that he would come out and say if he had taken steroids now.
Yeah,
But
I
maybe
mean
not.
it's almost like a cliche thing because you think that everybody's on it, like especially that era when you're not really tested or anything. But yeah, I think there's out of everybody, I think there's a very good chance that he was not because you look at him now, he's still unbelievably explosive if you see him like try to teach people how to throw a punch. Like he's like insanely athletic to this day. I think there's no chance he'd still be on steroids, yet he's kept that athleticism, he's kept a lot of that size. So there's a very good chance he wasn't.
Oh, he looked so fast at almost 60 years old when he was
I
working out with
know.
Rashad.
Yeah, it's freaking ridiculous.
That was crazy. Yeah, I seen he put out on Twitter. That's pretty smart to get people interested in his podcast and his weed business and stuff. Now saying, I'm not gonna fight now, but I could.
Yep.
I'll train the champions of tomorrow.
CJ says Tyson versus Wilder. Who wins? Well, Tyson's already beat him, so I don't know what we're talking about there. Like he's already like easily beat him, and then
Deontay
this one,
Wilder?
what? Yeah,
Oh, he's talking about Mike Tyson.
no, he's talking about Tyson Fury. I think. Am I wrong?
I'm not sure because we were just talking about Mike Tyson, so I thought he was
Okay.
talking about Mike Tyson.
Well, if it's Tyson Fury, I think Tyson Fury beats him. Except it depends on where they're judging it because that seems to be such a problem. I think Tyson Fury's better. For Mike Tyson, which you just clarified that you're talking about Mike Tyson, which makes sense. I'd have to think about that. I don't know.
That's such a tough one because Tyson was so fast. We have not seen. Well, you know what? I think I. It's
There's so
really
much
it's really
taller,
hard to
right?
say. I got to go back and forth on that one because Wilder definitely can be hurt. He was knocked down twice by Luis Ortiz, but he also came off the canvas. Mike Tyson never won a fight that he was knocked down in. He's not a guy that deals with adversity well.
That's true. Yeah, so hard to say.
Less
I
than
mean,
20
the
days to
size
go.
difference
Logan
is,
versus.
yeah, that's true. The
That's
size difference is insane, right? Because 6'7" versus like 5'10" ish.
But Deontay Wilder actually is lighter. He weighed in at 209 pounds for the Tyson Fury fight.
Yep. The other thing with Deontay Wilder is when he did get dropped by Luis Ortiz, he had the flu leading up to that fight, so I don't really think he was like all the way himself. He wasn't really all there in that one. He still managed to win, showed a lot of heart, but I think I'd pick Mike Tyson. If we're talking prime versus prime, like Mike Tyson's prime didn't last that long, but when he was
Yeah.
at his best, I think that guy's pretty tough to beat. So I think I'd say Mike Tyson beats Wilder.
I just look at the wild exchanges Deontay Wilder gets into, like he did with Ortiz. He allows himself. You're not gonna walk through Tyson's shots.
Right. And the other thing is, like, if you look at somebody like Tyson Fury, then it's very interesting because Tyson uses his range so well. But if you're talking about Deontay Wilder, he doesn't use his range really at all. He's all about
Yeah.
power. And if you're going power for power with Mike Tyson, who's a lot more explosive in my eyes, and I think he's more technical, I would definitely say Mike Tyson would win after thinking about it.
Yeah,
Now going
yeah,
to,
in their prime, and because Tyson fought a lot. He fought a lot of guys that could land one big bomb, and they couldn't hit him. Razor Ruddock had knocked, I think, just about everybody out. He was a pretty similar guy to Deontay Wilder, actually. People forget about Razor Ruddock.
yep.
And
Now going over here to Billy's question, or not question, but comment. Less than 20 days to go to Logan Paul versus KSI. Anticipation is growing. I bet on that fight. I think I told you guys that a while ago. But as soon as I heard that there's no headgear and they're using smaller gloves, I immediately bet on Logan Paul because I thought it was fair that it was a draw. but I think there's no question that Logan Paul is way more athletic. He had less boxing experience. He's bigger. He hits harder. Like, every advantage is in his favor as long as they don't have a whole bunch of protective gear. So now that that's removed, it's also in the States now. I just think he has almost every advantage, and I bet him at like minus 120. So the odds were solid too.
Huh. I didn't even watch the first fight because I'm starting to kind of embrace it now, but I was pretty pissed off that people were paying so much attention to two YouTubers fighting. I was like, this is kind of disrespectful to fighters, but it is what it is. They're going to fight either way.
Yeah,
oh,
I mean, you gain
interception? Nope. It goes to the receiver. That was very close to an interception.
Yeah. You gain popularity by any means necessary, though, right? So if you do it through YouTube and then you want to try to transition, that's your call. But yeah, I don't think those guys would do very good in the ring against real fighters for sure.
No, I gotta say that one's hard to call because those guys they're basically starting at almost zero.
Yep.
But like you said, if Paul has more power, maybe he has a natural advantage there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question he's naturally more athletic.
Yeah.
So.
Because, I mean, when you're training from almost zero, I mean, you can improve a lot in 6 months or a year or however long it is if they're actually training.
Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, if you know, but I think Logan Paul trained for like 4 months for that fight, 4 or 5 months, and I think KSI had been training in terms of just boxing for like 2 years. So there's a pretty big advantage in that area. And then obviously there's Logan Paul's bigger. Logan Paul has an athletics background, and he's definitely faster. He has a longer reach. It's just like there's no advantages in the other corner other than boxing experience, which disappears over the years as they both continue to train.
Now, how bad would Ben Askren have a chance against either one of them in a boxing match?
I think they'd both beat Ben Askren in a boxing match.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure too. And I didn't even watch the fight.
Yeah. Did you hear Dylan Dennis wants to box Jake Paul? What's with that? Well, I'll say that the Logan Paul versus KSI fight seems a little bit interesting to me, especially now that I bet on it. I couldn't give less of a shit about Jake Paul fighting Dylan Dennis. I don't care at all.
No. Learn from Colby Covington and don't pay attention to Dylan Dennis. That's my advice.
Sounds good to me.
Because that's what everybody's like, oh, we want to see him get beat. When Colby was first coming up with the whole thing with Fabricio Verdum and the boomerang, I'm like, good. I'm glad he got hit with the freaking boomerang. You just can't walk around talking shit like that to everybody and not expect to have consequences.
Well, and Stipe called him out somewhat recently, too, for saying something to his wife.
Yeah, what are you doing talking to Stipe's wife? I mean, he knows Stipe's not going to hit him, but imagine if he did.
It'd be pretty funny, but then there'd be lawsuits, which wouldn't be so funny.
Oh, you know he would sue. I'm pretty sure he pressed charges against Fabricio Verdum.
Oh, did he?
I don't know if you have to press charges in Australia because he was convicted of like some kind of assault, kind of misdemeanor thing in Australia, but they kind of fight a lot in Australia more than here, so I think they gave him like a suspended sentence or something like that, basically probation without probation or something.
Right. Billy says Shannon Briggs started training Logan Paul and he's improved tenfold since then. That's another advantage for him then.
What's the odds on that fight now?
I don't know. I'd have to go look.
I might have to put some money on Logan Paul if Shannon Briggs is training him.
But
Shannon Briggs is a beast.
Shannon Briggs is a beast. But for the first fight, Logan Paul had like no decent trainer. He was training with some random dude. So now he's training with a real trainer. Whereas in the first fight, KSI was training with like a very solid trainer. I think his name is Vidal Riley, who's like an actual like pro boxer who's like accomplished something.
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, so I think Riley's now training with the Mayweathers, so there's a good chance that KSI is as well.
Oh, wow.
But just the fact that they're both training with high caliber people, both of them, is another advantage for Paul because he wasn't the first time. He was just kind of fucking around.
All
Man, this
right.
football game is just
Darnold's still in,
tragic.
though. He can still throw another pick. Oh, man.
He's working on it.
I just kind of want to see the Patriots either sack him and get another fumble or another pick. I don't know who the Jets have to bring in for Darnold.
No one.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's why he's still in there. I believe we talked about this like one of the first weeks. I believe their backup quarterback now is also a wide receiver.
Hmm.
Oh, and run Lavonne Bell there, but yeah, not much. Dennis
The douche belt.
Oh, Jesus. I don't hate Henry Cejudo. He doesn't strike me the way the other guys. I mean, I get what he's doing. I don't think he's good at shit talking by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't have the disdain for him that I do for a Colby Covington or Dylan Dennis.
Mm-hmm. How many turnovers? It's still the same. It's still 5 at this point.
Oh, yep, still 5. John Dickinson had 7. I know. Yeah, they're starting to run some time off, so that's going to make it harder. Come on. I want to see Adam from Allen win. I wanted to see 9 turnovers. But
yeah, so do I.
Oh, he's going to throw it up in the air. Oh, he's going to make sure nobody can get to it.
That was ridiculous.
Oh.
This guy can't throw at all. And I swear he was a good passer.
Tell me you're not going to punt when you're down 33-0. Come on. You know you're just going to give the Patriots the ball anyways. Might as well go for it. They're going to block your punt.
Touchdown. This is terrible.
Well, here's an idea. And I thought about this a long time ago, and I kind of forgot about it. If you're a guy with a frickin' arm in the NFL and you can throw 55, 60 yards, well, I guess the other guys don't intercept it. I was going to say, why don't you just throw a bomb, but they're not going to catch it.
Yeah, they're not going to catch it.
It'd be stupid to catch it. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Instead of a punt, you mean?
Yeah. But yeah, if they don't catch it, then you're gonna lose.
Turned over on downs, yeah.
Yeah. Cringe belt sounds better. It would have been very entertaining, Adam. Yeah, I'm going to. Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna be there in time, but I'm gonna dip into Eastern Oregon that week and put $1,000 into DraftKings so I can make some bets. Because I actually had a gambling sponsor that was willing to come on. It was Jazz Sports. They actually approached me. I guess they'd been in the chat before. But there's so many fees and crap, and they're overseas in Costa Rica. I was just like, yeah, I'm just not really comfortable with this. Because you have to pay like $25 every time to transfer to them. Then you have to pay the Instagram fees. Then you have to pay another fee to receive the money. I was just like, yeah, this just doesn't seem like a good idea. And yep, running Edelman again. Cringe belt sounds good, yep. Hey, they have a BMF belt. Why the hell not?
Exactly.
I think, Colby Covington and Kamara Usman might be fighting for the cringe shit-talking belt. They both suck at it.
But they're damn good at fighting.
Yes, they are.
Who do you think's the next best guy in that division? Because I think it's easily those two, and then everybody else is a bit of a drop-off. But who do you think's third?
I have no idea how good Tyron Woodley is after that fight now, and we haven't seen him fight again.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's kind of an X factor. I guess to know a little more after the fight against Robbie Lawler.
Is that happening?
Yeah, I believe that fight's already made.
Lawler versus Woodley?
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were just talking about it, but I thought.
I thought they were talking about that like a long time ago, and then
I'm gonna
Woodley
look it
got
up.
hurt. Now it's not happening.
I could just be making shit up. Let's see here.
That's what you do, Mike.
Yeah. I know there's this one guy that like never comes in any chats or whatever, but he scrubs through my videos trying to find anything that I've said wrong and then points it out. I'm just like, thanks for the watch time. Oh yeah, it was canceled for USC on ESPN3, but I thought they made it again. Tyron Woodley details why he dropped out of Robbie Lawler rematch. Yeah, Tyron Woodley injured, bounced from Robbie Lawler fight, but that was way back in May.
Yeah, it was a long, long time ago.
Yeah, I thought they'd made it again, but I don't think Woodley's going to get a shot at the belt anytime soon because, I mean, take away the fact that he didn't get along with Dana White, he's injured a lot.
He's also getting older. And I don't mean like old as in he's 37 or whatever he is. I just mean he's got a lot of miles on him. I think he's nearing the end.
Why the hell would you fight if you're him? I mean, he's got acting, rapping. I mean, he's doing all kinds of other crap.
Because he's competitive. I think it's that simple. He lost. He lost very decisively, and he wants it back. And newsflash, he's never getting it back. Because even if he somehow gets to... Whether it's Colby or Usman, I don't think he's got much of a shot against either of them after the first 2 minutes.
I would love to see him just smash Colby's jaw into pieces. Oh,
I think he'd get wrecked by Colby, personally.
So, see, the funny thing is, I don't know if you felt the same way, but before the Kamaru-Usman fight, when Colby was calling out Woodley, I was like, you're nuts. You're going to get killed.
I'll tell you how, like, I wasn't where I am now in terms of thinking Colby just destroys him. I was so 50-50 on that fight. I was really hoping that Woodley would be a big favorite, and I was going to bet on Colby because I was right on the fence.
Oh, he would, before the last few fights that Colby's had, Colby would have been a huge underdog. Probably, I'm guessing 3.5 to 1, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I don't know if it would have been that big, but, like, I was willing to take him if it was, like, plus 200. That's what I was hoping for. Because I just knew he would be able to outlast him, right? As long as he can survive, I think he definitely would win.
Yeah, Woodley was just so dominant at the time, though. And if you take away the performance from Damian Maia and then the performance against Robbie Lawler, I think most people in Vegas can kind of seem kind of casual sometimes when you see the odds come out.
Definitely.
I think most people would think that Woodley was a pretty big favorite.
Probably true. That's what I needed, but it never happened.
Yeah. Most passing yards versus opponent in NFL. It doesn't count if you play the Patriots schedule. I mean, they still haven't, like, all the teams they played combined, I think they were showing, have like 3 wins this season.
Really?
In 7 games. Yeah, it's horrible.
Oh, nice punt. Look at that. Watch this, Mike.
Yeah.
Keep watching.
Oh my God! Another fucking turnover. But it wasn't Darnoldson.
It wasn't Darnold.
They're
look at this
your
dude they have on the
glory,
TV
John
now.
Dickinson.
Look at the Jets fan on the...
Oh my goodness. Wow. And he's sitting right next to a Patriots fan.
Good God. I bet that place is 90% empty by now.
They just zoomed in on the one guy. He might be the only guy that he probably just wants. He's like, man, everybody's leaving. I'm gonna avoid this fucking traffic because it's New York.
Because they're in New York.
Yeah.
So everybody's gone.
Oh yeah, I could just. I mean, the traffic sub. Oh, there's.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 30% of the people left. Probably not that much.
Well, they're not even, like, giving Darnold the chance to throw an interception because he can't even get the ball.
I know. Jesus Christ.
They're not even good enough to get the ball.
They stole your glory, John. Oh, my God. It's just like freaking, like 7 turnovers for the game, I think, for the Jets. Wow, finally they put in the rookie quarterback for the Patriots because he's just going to hand the ball off.
What's this guy's name? Stidman? Stidham.
Stidham, yeah. He's probably an undrafted. No, he's fourth round draft pick. But I fear they just like pulled somebody out of the stands.
They could.
What if they didn't even have a backup quarterback?
They should just pull somebody out of the stands, but it's a Jets fan, so he sabotages them. They'd still lose.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he pitches it back to Harris for a loss. Why is he getting out of bounds? Are they trying to score more? Dude, I know it's evil, but I love it when teams are assholes and run the score up.
I don't, man. I'm getting sleepy. This thing's so damn boring.
Well, not this one so much, but like when it's a college game, especially, and it's like 60-something to 0, because the other team will be getting so pissed. Oh yeah, that's true, John Dickinson. There's probably a lot of them are New England fans.
Especially now, all the Jets fans are already gone.
Yeah. Other handoff.
I can't believe they look this bad.
Man. Well, you know, for the singing, I think it's only fair if you guys lose, it should also be on video, because if I do it, it's going to be on video.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Otherwise, nobody can even see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, like, regardless, it should be posted on your channel, so the same amount of people view it regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, whoever made the picks for the Monday night game, I think next season what you need to do is just look at the Monday night schedule and then bet against all those teams. I would like to do the math and see if you would come out positive for the year.
Well, this year, there's no question about it. But next year, it could be the exact opposite.
And it does seem like they make a lot of bad matchups, but maybe it's just because it sticks out so much when they do.
Yeah, who knows?
So, yeah. Young quarterbacks always look bad against the Pats. That was bad, though.
That wasn't bad. That's way past bad.
Yeah.
That's like horrendously
I want to see
horrific.
them do that to Lamar Jackson. Good luck.
Yeah, not a chance in hell.
Yeah.
Not a chance in hell.
Yeah.
That game's going to be close.
Dude, that guy could definitely become the best quarterback in the entire league.
He's not even that far off right now.
That guy's so talented, and he's 22 years old. As a rookie, it's insane.
Well, you heard about, like, in college how crazy he was, because he's the same year as Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
And they both were in the league for at least 2 years before they got drafted. And Barkley won the Heisman, obviously. Barkley led the league in rushing. But both seasons that they played, Lamar Jackson had more rushing yards than Saquon Barkley.
Holy crap.
Is that not insane?
Yeah, I might actually pick him up with a high draft pick in a fantasy league. He'd be the only quarterback.
Yeah. Him and Mahomes. We'll see if Mahomes can recover from this injury and get back on track. But yeah, Lamar Jackson's ridiculous. He's just so athletic.
Barkley didn't win the Heisman, says Billy.
Whatever, Billy. You know what I'm saying.
Billy's correcting us. I can't call you on it because I have no idea.
So who the hell won the Heisman? I thought Heisman's the best player in college. It's not Barkley? That's very surprising to me.
Running out of water.
CJ asks, what is the prime age for NFL players? I think it's the same as like any athlete in that it varies greatly depending on the position, depending on the individual. Because you look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady probably hit his prime when he was like 35. You look at a guy like Anderson Silva. He probably hit his prime when he was like 35. But most guys probably hit their prime when they're like 25, I would assume. And they might be more athletic than that when they're younger, like they're 22, for example. But they gain the confidence, they learn the game better, and I think most guys' prime would be around 25. But I think it depends greatly because you can get hurt early on and it can be a very different story.
I think a lot of it depends on how much you depend on your athleticism.
Yep, but even still, it depends on the individual because you look at a guy like Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley depends immensely on his athleticism, but
Yes.
he's been able to maintain it for more years than you'd think.
Yeah, and then you look at a guy like Roy Jones Jr. at 25 years old. I don't know that anybody in the history of boxing beats Roy Jones Jr. A middleweight Roy Jones Jr. at 25 years old.
Yeah.
I think he, maybe Marvin Hagler. That's the only guy that I think that might give him a run for his money, and I still would pick Jones on that one. But then you look at Bernard Hopkins, loses to him the first time, beats him in the rematch, fights in his prime all the way to 48.
Yep. Just so different for each person. Billy Hughes says last three Heisman winners are Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, and Kyler Murray. So you're gonna give me shit for saying Saquon Barkley when I had the freaking Heisman winner in the same conversation? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I tried. See, this guy's an encyclopedia, man. He knows everything about any sport.
I know. I tried to get him to help me with more trivia questions, because especially with MMA, like I was literally running out of questions.
Yeah, he is going to finish with 5 turnovers, Billy. Way to be tied. All right, I got a trivia question if you guys want to go for it. Everybody refresh. Give you 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is a sprinting question. So everyone knows Usain Bolt, but who is the second fastest Jamaican sprinter in history? First is Usain Bolt, who is number 2, second fastest Jamaican time in history for a 100-meter dash. Is this game over yet?
Nope, minute 02. I'm getting my trivia questions for you and Billy.
Okay. There you go. Billy got it. Johan Blake.
All right, another one for Billy. Billy killing it again tonight, though.
No surprise there.
Well, Pete beat him yesterday, so I guess it was the birthday party. Maybe. 6 out of 9.
Wow.
Yeah, he has a lot easier time coming up with these questions, too. Sometimes it takes me a while. I think I started saving these. I used to delete them. I think I'm gonna make like a trivia book.
Like a trivia book.
Make like a calendar or some shit. I don't know, man. This takes me a while to keep coming up with questions sometimes.
Yeah, I get that.
Get my time worth. All right, Billy and Wyatt.
Hold on. So he says that I have like the advantage because of the 10-second delay. Here's the thing, though. If I don't have the 10-second advantage, then you have like the 3-second advantage because I ain't got that hyper Wi-Fi futuristic internet going. Anyway, that's probably more fair. Should I disconnect?
I mean, it's up to you guys. I'm not going to come in there, but I think, Billy knows so much about every single sport. I wouldn't want to go against him.
So what? I should cheat? I'll do one question with, and then I'll hang up.
I'm not saying either way.
Okay, I'll do one question just on the call, and then I'll hang up. And then the other 2 without.
All right. First question. Do you want to refresh, Billy? Give it a chance to refresh.
What do you mean refresh? He's already past us. He's in the future. He already knows what you're going to say. Don't need to refresh.
This is true. All right. To the world of football, who is the most winningest coach in the history of the NFL?
I have no idea.
It's not
John Madden.
Billy's got it. It is Shula. You are correct.
I'm going to lose regardless. Okay, shall I hang up? Is that what's fair?
Yeah, as Bill asked. Yeah. Adam from Allen, not Landry, not Belichick. Good guesses, though, guys. All right. Yeah, that's fine. Billy wants you to hang up, I guess.
Okay.
I guess I can't punish him for knowing sports. Who was the first? Let's go to the world of basketball. Who was the first NBA player in history to score 100 points in a game? Who was the first player in NBA history? Yeah, Wilt Chamberlain. You got it, Billy. And we'll ask the third question just just for fun. Oh, screw off. Who got on your mic? I got on my... Oh. Billy got it on my screen. By a little bit. When you refresh, it'll probably be on yours. But yeah, I think he got you with that internet speed, Wyatt. Damn, that sucked. All right, guys. Moving to the world of boxing movies. Not fair. I'm in a foreign country. Man, we should have kept you on the phone. I thought it would have been, but Trump doesn't like the outsiders. Oh, jeez. That was good. That made me laugh so much. I think I forgot my question. I know I did. All right, from the world of boxing movies. In this movie, Wesley Snipes played a boxer that fought in prison. He fought a guy that they would make you believe was Mike Tyson. They kind of alluded to that. Oh, and boxing MMA 365 threw it out. I guess I should have told everybody. Now, Hurricane was Reuben Carter. Adam from Allen Blade. I love it. All right, and Billy gets it. Billy got the first two. So, 2 out of 3. Congratulations, Billy. Oh, we can put the applause back on there now. $25 Amazon gift card. Nice. All right. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for tuning in for this. That was fun for me, maybe not for anybody else. Apparently, I like to make fun of bad teams. But, all right, guys, thanks for coming in. Hey, Billy, I'm going to give you a call just for a second afterwards. I had a question for you. So, all right, everybody, thanks for coming in. Again, like I said, as always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses later. World Series tomorrow. Thanks for coming in, Wyatt. I always appreciate it. Always good to have somebody to bounce ideas off of. Actually makes it like much easier, much better, I think.